welcome to Noble Stadium. It's Senior Night 2004, and we'll start getting your attention out on the football field tonight. We'll start out with the trainers for the Ardmore Tigers. One of the trainers, the head trainer for 2 years, she's been a trainer for 3 years, is Courtney Wood. Courtney is with her mother, Cheryl Wood. The other trainer is LaQuisha Sanders. LaQuisha has been a trainer for 3 years, the head trainer for 2 years. Her grandmother is Darlene Rankin, and her aunt is Doris Miles.
Thank you.
Ardmore Tiger football players on Senior Night tonight. Beginning with number 8, Joel Boyer. Joel's parents are Donnie and Judith Brooks. Number 29 is Tyler Burnham. His parents are Rick and Barbara Burnham. Number 22 is Ryan Chandler. Ryan's parents are Mike and Lisa Chandler. His brothers are Aaron and Samuel. Number 56 is Gene Cormier. Gene's parents are Gene Jr. and Virginia Cormier. His sister is Courtney. Number 13 is Justin Day. Justin's parents are Roger and Jill Day. His sister is Erin. Number 16 is JT DeBerry. His parents are Greg and Renee DeBerry. Number 35 is Michael Dodson. His parents are Vincent and Renita Dodson. Number 9, Maurice Grant. Maurice hangs with him, his mother Brenda French, and his brother is Ricky Grant. Number 27, Matt Hicks. His parents are Mike and Jim Hicks. He has a brother named Trevor. Number 41 is Ryan Keaton. Ryan's parents are Randy and Ella Keaton. His brother is Cody. Big number 79 is Josh Lester. Josh's parents are Kurt and Micah Lester. Number 1 on the program is Drew McAdoo. Drew McAdoo's parents are Randy and Marilyn McAdoo. Number 10 is Brandon McCarroll. Brandon McCarroll's parents, Garland and Barbara McCarroll. Number 37 is Dante Moore. Dante's parents are Walter and Crystal Moore. Number 82 is Kevin Moran. His parents are William and Donna Moran. Okay, let's move on to the seniors. The first to take AHS to cheer squad the state, fifth in the state competition. Seniors included Katie Culver. Katie's been a cheerleader for Ardmore for 6 years. Her parents are Mark and Kim Culver. Also, Whitney Day has been a cheerleader for Ardmore for 5 years. Her parents are Kevin and Jennifer Day. Amber Brick is also a senior. She's been a cheerleader for Ardmore for 4 years. Her parents are Kenny and Sheila Brick. Last but not least, the senior prom members include Katie Anderson. Katie is the daughter of Nancy Anderson. Kelly Wallace. Kelly is the daughter of Bill and Jimmy Wallace. And Keisha Wood. Keisha is the daughter of Kenny and Barbara Wood. Once again, let's hear it for the 2004 senior class of Ardmore High School. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll draw your attention to the midfield stripe. Chandler and Charlie Williams are co-chairmen of the 2004 Ardmore Tigers Quarterback Club. They're presenting a game ball to Gary Ward. Here was a 1982 Oklahoma All-State football player and member of the Ardmore High School 1982 State Championship team. He's accompanied by Chuck Giddy. Chuck, the 91 Oklahoma All-State football player and member of Ardmore High School 1990 State Championship team. These fine young men represent the sponsors of tonight's game, Valero Ardmore Refinery. Please give Gary, Chuck, Valero Ardmore Refinery a warm round of applause for their outstanding support of the 2004 Ardmore Tigers football team. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise as we honor our country's flag tonight. Singing the national anthem is Jessica Walker.
Bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
quarterback, along with some from Jermaine Stubblefield, as well as we'll see DeJuan Miles and Dante Moore at the fullback position. We'll also see Jermaine Gresham out on the wide receiver side wearing number 2, along with Maurice Grant, Justin Day wearing number 13, and Dante Miller, key component of the Ardmore offense. Across the offensive line, we'll see from Stuart Hoffman wearing number 51, Quentin Grant wearing number 52, 56 Gene Cormier, Tommy Fitzgerald, and Josh Lester wearing number 79. All key components. We'll send it down to the sideline with David Polk and the coin toss.
All right, you're going to defer. Okay, Ardmore has won the toss, and they've chosen to defer. He's visiting with Chickasha now to see exactly what they're going to do. Looks like Ardmore is going to line up on the south end of the field. Chickasha will be on the north end of the field. I'm fairly certain that Ardmore is going to get an opportunity to kick the ball to Chickasha to start the game.
And you are correct as they defer to the second half, and Chickasha Chicks will receive the white hat, setting it all up. The Ardmore Tigers dressed in their maroon home jerseys along with white pants. The Chickasha Chicks, a little bit different color there, Billy.
Well, they got purple and gold, which is their color scheme. Gold helmets, gold jerseys.
Gold color, though. It's not really the gold of Notre Dame. It's a kind of an off gold.
An off gold.
Off gold, if there's
Off
such a thing.
gold?
Okay.
Off gold. That's the descriptive term for the night. We're about 3 minutes away from kickoff as the Spirit lines have formed, and the captains head off the field to their respective teams. We'll come back as the Chesapeake Energy pregame show comes to a close. We'll come back and have the opening kickoff. Chickasha Fighting Chicks and the Ardmore Tigers get ready to do battle on the field of. It's looking good. The Noble Stadium field's held up nicely this season, as they haven't had a lot of rain, haven't had a lot of weather to contend with so far this season. A couple of games around the area, a couple of games nationally we're going to keep you advised of as well as we can. The Houston Astros lead by 1-0 as the first batter up. It's a home run. Now,
Jeff Bagwell.
That's the best way to start a game. If you're Houston.
Yeah, it depends on which side of the fence you're sitting on there.
And baseball, for those, man, has been a great season. As both the National League and the American League went down to 7 games. And man, that's the best way to finish out the season, to get to the series.
I don't know if I can stay awake enough next week. I'd miss out on a lot of sleep this week, staying up those 12 and 14 inning games. Tough on you.
Key matchup up north of here, about 15 minutes, up in Davis, Oklahoma tonight. The number 1 team in 2A, Sulphur Bulldogs, and the number 2 team in 2A, the Davis Wolves, do battle at Wolf Stadium tonight, and that's a key matchup. Will decide their district, as we'll try to keep you apprised of all the area games. We're getting ready for kickoff. Ryan Keaton tees it up on the 40. Back deep for the Chicks is number 15. That's going to be Paul Stevenson as the kick. I missed it, Billy. Kick.
What?
What happened?
He kicked it out of the end zone. They're going to start at the 20-yard line. Where are you looking? You're the play-by-play. You got to watch the game,
Well,
Terry.
I was looking and saw, number 15, Paul Stevenson, was back deep, and the next thing I know, the play was over.
Oh, yeah, you're going to talk about the Chickasha offense. Keep an eye on number 22, Troy Maloney. That's the 22 that Coach Lloyd referred to that the Tigers really need to wrap up. He's very explosive, has over 1,000 yards rushing. I'm sure had 950 before last week's game, so keep an eye on 22.
He dots the I in the I formation. 2 receivers over to the left side as the Chicks get ready to start. They go over the top, down the middle of the field, almost intercepted by Ellis Knight at the 40-yard line. The intended receiver, Paul Stevenson, number 15, can't quite get to it, so the Chicks try to go downfield on their first play.
Boy, like the look of that, though. They came to play ball. Chickasha means business. They tried the post pattern on the first play. Good defensive play. Ellis Knight just got a hand up, slap the ball away.
Quarterback tonight for the Chicks, Greg Gardi. I bet that's Giardi, but we're going to call him Gardi as they start. Man in motion to the right, hand off to Maloney. He's going to get stacked up at the line of scrimmage by about 3 or 4 Tigers. First one in, number 58. That's Jeremy Bonner.
Nice job on the first carry for Maloney.
56.
Loss of yardage. Might have just got snuck back up to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was going to lose some yardage there. Good gang tackling for the Tigers. And we talked about Greg Gardi the other day with Coach Lloyd. They always have a heady quarterback at Chickasha, and this guy's no exception. Solid player.
That was 59. Stephen Lee, the lead tackler. As the Tigers rush, have the 4-man front, 2 receivers to the left side, I formation, man in motion to the right. Handoff, play action, goes over the top, down the middle, and it's again almost intercepted by Maurice Grant. As he gets a hand on it, knocks the ball up, and a nice defensive play there by the Tigers and Maurice Grant.
That was Kai Kirby there trying to hit there, and Chickasha not afraid to throw the football there. Another nice defensive play for the secondary for the Tigers, and 3 and out for the Tigers. That's what Coach Lloyd wanted. Defense comes through on the first possession for Chickasha.
Would have been a 20-yard completion had Maurice Grant not got over there and made the stop, but he did. Back deep will be Justin Day, standing on his own 47-yard line. The kick is away. It's a high spiral. Lands at the 43. Day catches it at the 43, and that's where he's going to get brought down. No return, maybe a yard, and that's where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10.
Nice field position to start the ball game for the Tigers, and as you said, the offense has got to get off to a good start. They marched the ball down the field last week to turn it over at the 1-yard line. Ended up in points for the opposition tonight against a quality opponent. Got to make the best of every possession.
McAdoo calls the play, huddles, breaks, and it'll be Jermaine Gresham to the near side, Dante Miller out to the far side, and a lone back in the backfield. That'll be Jimmy Colburn. Tigers with a nice running game last week, established the run game early. Little pitch fake. McAdoo keeps it, tries to go around the right side, can't get around the corner. He'll be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain. They'll mark it right there at the 45-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Chickasha always physical on defense. That was just well played. Had penetration in the backfield, and McAdoo tried to just take it down and pick up what he could, but he was held short of the line of scrimmage. Good reaction and good quickness to fill those gaps up there, and really left McAdoo with nowhere to go.
Offensive line did a great job last week. Gave McAdoo lots of protection, opened up big holes for the running game. I formation. Hand off to the 2nd man through. That's Colbert. He gets up to the 50, loses his balance, falls up to the 47 in Chickasha territory, but they're going to mark him down at the 50 as his knee touched. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Nice run there. Daniel Trotter hit him just beyond the line of scrimmage, ran through that tackler, took it down the field to pick up 5 yards, which really looked like it was going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Quickly down to the Button sideline, David Polk, his thoughts on the first defensive series in this series so far.
Well, from where I'm at, from Ardmore, there's some holes that are open up pretty well. If he'd have been able to stay on his feet that way, at that time he'd have run just a little further down the field. He had a wide open shot.
McAdoo back to pass, throws over to the left side, hits Gresham at the 45 in Chickasha territory. He'll be driven out of bounds as number 17, Greg Gardi, gets over to make the tackle from the safety position, along with number 5. That's Kai Kirby.
That was a nice job by Gresham, making sure he was beyond the 1st down stick before he turned it back and looked for his quarterback to take the delivery there. And a well-thrown ball by McAdoo.
He's driven out of bounds at the 43. It'll be 1st and 10 in Chickasha territory. McAdoo comes under center. I formation. Split receivers left and right. Gresham's here on the near side. They hand off to Colbert up the middle on a little draw play. Hits to the 40, down to the 35. And a nice run there. It'll be a gain of 8. And it'll make it 2nd down and 2.
Brought done by Heston Schultz that time, and it looked like, again, they're going to stuff that run play, and Colbert just found a crease up in there and took it down the field for good yardage.
So far, the line of scrimmage doing the same thing they did last week, blowing off the ball and just opening up some holes. Colbert with some good vision to see downfield. 8:40 left in the first quarter as we're just underway, no score. I'm Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk. Chickasha Chicks with the ball first, 3 and out. Now Colbert over the left side on the handoff. He's going to get stacked up there by 2 or 3 Chicks. Okay, Troy Maloney, the first man on the ball. Colbert gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain. It'll be we'll change that. They give him a yard and a half. He must have had forward progression. They'll mark it at the 33-yard line. Just shy of the first down marker. McAdoo under center with an I formation. 2 receivers out to the right side. He'll keep it, goes right up the middle, hits the 30 down to the 28 as he breaks a tackle and gives the tomahawk chop for the first down.
And you think McAdoo's ready to play on senior night? He doesn't want this to be his last game on this field as Tigers fighting for a home playoff spot, and was really happy to pick up that first down. Not afraid to show it.
You bet. Showing a lot of intensity and a lot of energy, and that's what the Tigers like to see, especially early in the ball game as they break the huddle. I formation. This time they'll send 3 out, though. 1 to the left, 2 to the right side. It'll be Gresham in the slot. Justin Day here on the near side, but they hand off to Colbert. He cuts back to the right, goes to the 20, 15, 10, and he'll fall forward to the 8-yard line, and that's where he'll be brought down. A nice run there and a gain of 17 yards. It'll make it goal from the 9-yard line.
Jimmy Colbert really hits the hole quickly, and that's the secret to the success the Tigers have had on this drive. Is that it looks like there's going to be defenders in the backfield there, and he's just able to split the defenders, because when he takes that handoff, he's got a quick first and second step. He's past the line of scrimmage before you know what hits you.
Justin Day comes here to the near side, and again the I formation with Dante Moore. Jimmy Colbert dots the I. Gresham in the slot, and Dante Miller to the far right side. McAdoo takes the snap. Handoff to Colbert. He'll fall forward. We got a flag on the play in the end zone. Thrown from the back judge. Let's send it down to Buttons Auto's sideline report with David Polk and his thoughts.
Well, I'm not sure what he's got. It came all the way from the back line, so it's going to be against Chickasha, I can tell you that.
What's the call?
It's an equipment call, I believe.
Equipment call. All right. Because I don't think the PA announcer knows what it is.
No, I'm sorry. That's illegal participation is what that was.
Okay.
Hey, guys, watch the defensive backs as we step up to the line of scrimmage for pass plays, at least on the home side of the field, press box side of the field. They're starting to back up into their pass defense a full count before we ever even snap the ball. So that should make the running game tonight work really well. They're all on their heels.
And I'm sure if that running game continues to work as effectively as it has been, they'll have to adjust something, which will open up that pass and downfield for Gresham and Miller. And the Tigers doing so far what they need to do. They've taken their first drive, their first possession, 3 and out for defense, and then they've taken the ball from the 43-yard line and driven it right down the field. As it's 1st and goal from the 9. McAdoo under center, hands off to Colbert over the left side. He scoots back to the inside, and he'll fall forward. He'll get all the way down to the 1-yard line. So a nice run there, a gain of 8, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Paul Stevenson, good ankle tackle. Also got an assist from 45, who's a linebacker that we don't have listed. We'll have to check on his number. And very physical-looking young man, but don't have him on the roster.
As Thursday night changes everything for media and the schools and the scheduling, and things fall through the cracks. I formation, tight end. McAdoo on a keeper tries to go underneath the pile, and now the umpires and the referees will come in and try to make the call. He's going to be just shy of the goal line. It'll be 3rd down and inches. David Polk, how close did he get?
The length of the football out of the end zone.
That's close enough.
Oh, my goodness, they've moved it even closer. It is the nose of the football now. They're just playing with the football down here. It's about the length of the football. They moved it back a little bit.
You think the Tigers will run that option play wide this time down on the 1-inch line?
I think you'll see basically the same play we just saw as the Tiger fan faithful on their feet. And they want the score here as the Tigers on the 6-inch line. McAdoo keeps it.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got there either, as they're going to call him down out at about the 6-inch line. It'll be no gain.
Well, what an effort for that defensive line. They actually looked like his knee touched down. He actually lost a little bit of yardage on that. And I was trying to get the guy at the bottom of the pile. And with our luck, it's probably 45, and it was. Mr. Unknown, we'll find out who that is first time out. But they really stacked it up at the line of scrimmage. That time, McAdoo took the snap, nowhere to go.
DeJuan Miles and Marquise Booker have checked into the ball game for the Tigers. Wonder where they're going to set up. Fullback, tailback. Miles dots the I formation. Everybody's in tight. It's 4th and goal. They hand off to Miles. He gets around the outside, cannot get in, and the Chicks hold as the Tiger offense stalled on the 6-inch line.
I think what happened, I think McAdoo dropped the snap, had to bend down, pick it up. By the time he made the handoff, really Miles had no chance.
And the defense came in and made the stop.
And you have to, man, credit Chickasha. How tough did they play down on the 1-inch line and able to turn the Tigers back?
Unable to put it in, the Tigers will get away with no score as the 4:34 in the first quarter of play. But the Tigers, I think, made a statement as they drove the football all the way down the field. And the defense able to hold 3 and out. What they need to do now, though, Billy, is hold again 3 and out. Possibly get some real good field position as the Chicks' entire offensive line in the goal line. As we have a little bit of a delay in the ball game until the referee comes over and gets set. Now we're getting back to action. Tiger defense set up. Gardi under center. Kind of a pro set with the tailback. They hand it off to Maloney. He's going to barely get into fair territory. And I don't know if they're not going to say he had forward progression to about the 1-yard line.
He got back to the line of scrimmage just barely. And again, good tackling on number 22, Troy Maloney, the guy that we've heard about all week. Comes from a long line of good ball players over in the Chickasha area, but nowhere to run with at that time.
What do you call that formation, that offensive formation, Billy? It's kind of an inverted wishbone.
I just thought they showed great confidence to line him up 7 yards deep in the end zone, then give him the handoff.
Now they're stopping the clock for some reason. I guess equipment. Let's send it down to David Polk and the Buttons starter and alternator repair sideline.
I think they're working on the 25-second clock there. They're watching the 25-second clock, and I think it started ahead of when they wanted it to. So he's just correcting it and giving a new 25.
Well, there you go. As they start that clock, now we have an I formation. Everybody's in tight. Gardi puts a man in motion to the right side. Now we have a whistle. Flags fly.
We're going to back them up half the distance on that one. I sure hope.
That won't be much. It'll be a couple inches.
The false start.
Of course, the whistle blew there prior to the play, but you could see the explosion there of Troy Maloney as he got that ball and hit that gap. Tigers have relaxed after the whistle, but very explosive young man.
Had over 150 yards last week in the Chickasha victory over Southeast.
Well, I looked at the stats on the Oklahoman this week, and they only had him through, I believe, 6 games, and he had 950 yards after 6. So he is over 1,000 yards, and that's what they have hung their hat on all year, the Chickasha Chicks.
I formation, 2 receivers out to the left side as man in motion. Doesn't come very far. Now they're going to go deep down the right side, and it's going to be well overthrown. Maurice Grant, the only player who had a shot at it, and it was out of his reach as well. The intended receiver, number 5, Kai Kirby, down the left side and incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Kai Kirby just looked like a fly pattern there. Not very well thrown that time by the quarterback, Greg Gardi. He led him just a little bit much, and again, good coverage for the Tiger defense.
As the defense playing very well so far. They've stayed home, watched their assignments. Maurice Grant has had an excellent game in the secondary as he's knocked down a couple of passes along with Ellis Knight from the safety position. As now Gardi sets the line. Strong left side. They get it to Maloney on a pitch out. He goes around the left side, turns the corner, but doesn't get very far. He'll get back up to the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but that's going to make it 4th down, and the Chicks will have to punt it away as a great defensive stand there by the Ardmore Tigers.
Conservative call there on 3rd down, just a pitch to Maloney going left. Picked up about 5 yards to give his punter a little bit of room to kick. He's about, 5 yards in from that back line where he'll take this football.
And Justin Day standing on the Chickasha 40. Now he backs up a little bit to the 42. A good punt the first time. As they get the kick away, it's a line drive squiver. It hits at the 38. Day picks it up at the 43, comes around to the left side. Down to the 35, still on his feet, and there's a flag on the play over on the far side, and I believe that's going to go against the Ardmore Tigers, and we'll send it down to the Button sideline and David Pope for that call.
His head was behind the shoulder of the guy that was coming down the block. His head has to be in front of the offensive guy or the punting team in order for that to not to be a block in the back. So they're going to back him up for that.
And David, I think when you hit somebody in wide open spaces where even Terry and I could see that one coming, and as really the only Chickasha player in that area, and the Tigers with the clip or the block in the back.
Again, the only difference, it was a really good hit, but if his helmet had been in front instead of behind, we'd have gotten the yardage.
2:39 in the first quarter remaining, no scores. The Tigers drove it all the way down to the 6-inch line, unable to put it in, and a missed opportunity, but so far a very good football game defensively and offensively for the Tigers.
Yeah, the Tigers, if they'd have finished, if they'd have got another 6 inches earlier, they'd have a lead and they'd be going in for more. But you have to credit Chickasha, man. They would not give an inch down there on the 1-inch line.
As it's going to only back them up to the 49-yard line, so they're still in Chickasha territory. The best start at field position of the night so far for the Tigers. Only the second drive as they started the first time on their own 43. It'll be an I formation, 3 receivers out, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. As McAdoo will come up under center. Colbert dots the I. Dante Moore play action to the right side. McAdoo throws, hits Moore in the flats. He'll get up to the 40, down to the 37 in Chickasha territory, and it'll be good for the first down, I believe, and that'll move the chains as they do give it to him.
Really nice execution for the Tigers. McAdoo rolling to his right, found his fullback, and how good has Dante Moore been, the fullback position, not only blocking as he did on that first drive, but that time rolls out, catches the pass, turns his shoulder square, and takes it downfield.
1st and 10 Tigers from the 38-yard line. McAdoo under center. Hands off to Colbert. Up the middle. He'll break through at the 30, 25, 20, down to the 18-yard line, and he's broke 2 tackles to get there. First down and 10 for the Tigers. No flags on the play. What a great run there by Jimmy Colbert.
Well, this first quarter has showcased Jimmy Colbert, because sometimes it does look like he's got a lot of room to run, and he's just hitting that seam before the defender can reach out and get him. He's got a nice explosion with the football.
Z. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Sorry about that. I'm back. I formation. Justin Day and Dante Miller on the left side. Jermaine Gresham by himself on the right. Miller's in the slot. I formation. McAdoo back to pass. Throws deep into the end zone to Jermaine Gresham. Overthrows him. Jermaine wanted a little interference call there, but couldn't get it.
Brian Elam came over, the safety, got over there at the last second, and that was just a little bit of a misconnection. He's probably going to hit him, but I don't know if he's going to make the tackle there before Jermaine scores. And no interferences. I don't think he hit him till the ball had already sailed over his head.
And had that been a little bit better pass, that would have been a beautiful one. As Jermaine Gresham almost completely by himself over there. It'll be the same formation as they'll try maybe and set it up again. McAdoo this time will hand off to Colbert. 15, 10, down to the 5. And Jimmy Colbert is just driving and running downhill, shoulder square, and putting it down. And it'll be just shy of the first down. Nope, they'll give it to him. 1st and goal from the 5.
Well, this looks like the first possession for the Tigers as they just marched at will. Then it gets to be a little tougher sledding down there near that 5-yard line inside the 5 when you get in that 1st and goal situation. Tigers really have to finish on this drive.
Well, and if the way Jimmy Colbert's running, I think you just give it to him, but
yeah, but when you get down close, they pack them in there.
No, as they move 9 men in the box. McAdoo under center, I formation. They'll hand off to Colbert. He'll skip around to the left side, gets down to the 3. It'll be a gain of 2, and it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
Wouldn't be surprised to see McAdoo fake that to Colbert and just take it outside on a bootleg there, because Jimmy Colbert has had so much success running up between the tackles. And when everybody's collapsing inside, try to get McAdoo and his speed outside.
Nice crowd has made their way into Noble Stadium. As came in early today, and they were tailgating tonight. So Thursday night was a good night for football. McAdoo under center. Everybody's in tight I formation. Colbert over the right side, drives down to the 2, maybe the 1 yard line. We'll see where they mark it. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 1 yard line.
Drew signaling touchdown, but I don't think he ever even got to the goal line there.
Not even close. No.
Just a positive thinker there.
You'd think that the Chickasha defense would have a lot of luck holding off the run when they have to defend the guy they have in their backfield, but they're just basically letting Colbert have his way down here.
Yeah, until they get down to the 5. Then it gets a whole lot tougher. That defensive line submarining up underneath the offensive line for the Tigers.
And again, the Tigers on the 1 yard line looking to score. 3rd down. Colbert drives, tries to get in. No signal yet. And nobody's standing in the end zone as far as the referees are concerned. It'll be 4th down from the 6-inch line again.
Fred Givens for the Chicks in the backfield for the Tigers. As soon as the handoff was made, 6'3", 272-pounder. Just got Colbert and knocked him sideways there, knocked him off balance, and there's a timeout on the field.
Timeout as the Tigers want to talk it over. We'll take one as well.
First quarter.
Oh, first quarter comes to a close. So it isn't a timeout for the Tigers. It's just a timeout. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ.
I didn't.
Fourth down and goal to go. And no score at the end of 1. I'm Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk as both teams are back out now after the quarter break. We'll update you on some area scores and first quarter stats here after this first play. We don't want to miss it as we now wait on the referee to come out. Some interesting stats though from the first quarter for the Tigers and the Chicks. McAdoo under center, I formation. Everybody's in tight on the line. McAdoo hands off to Colbert over the left side. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Tigers. Count 6. Put them on the scoreboard. No flags on the play.
And credit Dante Moore with the clearing block at the goal line. Colbert just ran up his backside, fell across the stripe for the score.
So he'll get 6 on the board, and he'll get a TD on his stats. As Brian Keaton to do the extra point kicking. As we get ready. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. That makes it 7-0. We're back after this on 95.7. Tigers lead by 7. This is KKAJ. Lead it 7-0 at 11:56 in the second quarter of play. And Billy, you want to have, well, now we have the kickoff. Ryan Keaton with a long high kick, but not very deep as it hits at the 25. It's caught there by number 26. He tries to go around the left side. The Tiger defense, special teams comes in and holds well. Dante Miller in on the tackle, as well as Maurice Grant, but we have a player down.
And while we do, we got a baseball score after 2 innings. Houston leads the Cardinals by a score of 1-0, and then one partial area score in the I guess in the first quarter of play. It's Plainview 7, Atoka 0. And we'll check on that Davis Sulphur score. A lot of folks want to keep up with that when we're working on that.
As the Ardmore Tigers took the ball from the 49-yard line in Chickasha territory and marched it right down the field and put it in the end zone. And in the first quarter of play, they had 18 plays for 96 yards. The Chickasha Chicks, 6 plays for 4 yards of total offense.
It's about as good a defense as you can play. Of course, the field position had a little something to do with that, too. Tigers actually now have 97 yards because they picked up a yard on that first play there of the second quarter.
Time of possession in the first quarter, 8:56. 8 minutes and 56 seconds for the Tigers. For the Chickasha Chicks, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And that's the way you want to see it as they help the injured player off the field. That's going to be Maurice Grant, as he's favoring his left leg, but he is walking with a little bit of assistance. And it looks like it's loosening up a little bit as he's moving off the field, doesn't it? Looks like he's walking a little better. Hopefully everything's okay and it's nothing serious. Is a key component of the Ardmore Tigers secondary. The scoring summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. Check it out, in-network calling and all kinds of plans for October and Halloween, and phone plans from Verizon Wireless. Crystal Clear Communications, as they pitch out to Maloney, he skips, stutters, and sidesteps, breaks 3-4 tackles, gets down to the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 yards, make it 7 as they still continue to move it. They'll mark it right at the 37-yard line in Chickasha territory. It'll be second down and 2.
A 7-yard run, but boy, that was impressive as he broke about 4 or 5 tackles there to break it up through there. Tigers really going to have to wrap up number 22.
More yardage on that one play than the Chicks had the entire first quarter. Again, the pitch to the left side to Maloney. Spins left, and this time he's going to get smacked as he spun to the left. Dante Moore comes up and lays one on him. It'll be a loss of a couple. Mark it at the 35-yard line. And that'll be third down and 5.
And credit Stephen Lee, got outside in a hurry to turn Maloney back inside. Got just a piece of his ankle, but rerouted him back up the middle. Tiger pursuit caught up and kept him short.
Maloney dots the I formation, 2 receivers out, left and right. 5 men on the front there is Gardi back to pass. Throws over to the flat on the left side, hits the receiver at the 40. He'll be brought down at the 44-yard line. That's going to be Kai Kirby. Nice coverage there from Robert Gordon.
Robert, good tackle there on number 5, who has been the intended receiver in this entire first half, pretty much for Chickasha. But Kai Kirby there, just a money grab there, just enough to pick up the first down.
First and 10 from the 39 or the 44-yard line in Chickasha territory. 10:22 in the second quarter of play. Tigers lead 7-0. Man in motion to the right side. He'll hand off to the fullback as he'll barrel his way forward for a yard, maybe get up to the 45-yard line. And that was good. An awful big fullback, number 45.
That's 45. They tell me his name is Johnson. I don't know if that's confirmed. We don't know the first name, don't know the height and weight, but he is a good-sized player and has played both ways for the Chicks.
Big fullback. Now they'll move a lone back in, or leave a lone back in the backfield. They'll send 3 receivers out to the right side. Pitch over to Maloney. Tries to cut up inside, and he gets smacked again at the 45-yard line. No gain. And that was a huge tackle. DeJuan Miles, Brian Booker, and Marquise Booker.
Well, Marquise is the one that finished him off, but Brian is the one that turned him back around again and aimed him right at Marquise, and he just leveled him.
As the defense is able so far to contain Maloney and to cut him down to size.
Third and long situation, good situation for the Tigers as, again, Chickasha, a running team, likes to run the football.
Gardi under center, strong right side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Man in motion to the right side. Now back to pass. Gardi over the top. And he goes a little bit high and over his intended receiver. Again, Kai Kirby, as he was coming across the middle. Incomplete, and that'll make it 4th down and 9, and the Chicks will have to punt it away.
Man, great pass rush that time. DeJuan Miles in the face of Greg Gardi. Really had no chance to look downfield to find his receiver. Credit the Tiger defense. They are swarming that backfield tonight.
And they are manhandling the Chickasha Chicks right now. As the punter kicks it away from the 32-yard line. It's a line drive squibber over the left side. It takes a bounce, and it'll
I'll say.
They're down it at the 15-yard line. We now have another area score. The Houston Astros have another run in the bottom of the third. And it's 2-0. For all you baseball fans that are out here watching the Tigers play tonight. Or at home. You're probably watching the ball game if you're listening to us on the radio at home.
This will be the worst starting position of the night for the Tigers, but they have moved at will so far, starting at their own 15. Previously, they started at their own 43 and also the Chickasha 49. So a ways to go with this one, but the offense really been moving the ball well in this first half.
Two receivers out to the far left side. Colbert over the left side, gets stacked up and then breaks through a little bit. It'll be a gain of a yard, maybe two. About a yard and a half. They'll make it 2nd down and 9.
Brought down by Daniel Trotter there. Got to hit it in the backfield. Trotter just wrapped him up, kept him short of that, kept it a short game, 1 yard. The official pickup on that. I didn't think he got that much, but we'll take a yard if they'll let us have it.
One of the least amount of yards for Colbert outside the red zone tonight as he was running at will in the first quarter. Offset eye. They'll hand it to Colbert. He'll get stutter stepped and he trips over his own man. And he'll be dropped for a loss of a yard or two.
And ran into Daniel Trotter again. Another second consecutive tackle for number 33 in the gold jerseys tonight for the Chickasha Chicks. And Trotter, a linebacker, playing well.
Colbert, Quentin Grant had lost his footing and was on the turf, and Colbert just kind of got tripped up there. It'll be 3rd down and 11. I formation. Colbert over the left side. He got up to the 20 before he spun around. It'll be a nice gain of 6, and it'll make it 4th down and 5. Tigers will have to punt it away, and that'll be the first time we've had to do that tonight.
Yes, it will. Ryan Keaton, first punt of the night for the Tigers against the wind now. And the wind is gusting a little bit more, isn't it, David?
Yeah, it is. It's starting to circle up just a little bit.
See those flags swirling a bit more than they were early in the game.
He's back deep to do the punting. Ryan Keaton takes the snap from the 5. Nice kick. Gets it away. It's fielded at the 43-yard line by Kirby. He gets up to the 50, spins left, and then gets hit from behind as he'll get into Ardmore territory at the 45-yard line. And that's where the Chicks will take over, 1st and 10.
Brought down by Kevin Andrews, who has played well for the Tigers. Whether it's special teams or on the defensive line, has been a solid performer all year. And a good open field tackle. That's a tough thing to do out in open space like that.
6:35 left in the first half of play. 7-0. The Tigers lead it. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk on the sideline as we bring you Ardmore Tiger football on this senior night from Noble Stadium here in Ardmore. Appreciate you joining us. As Gardi under center sends 3 receivers to the right side. They're in close, though. Lone back in the backfield. That's Maloney. Gardi back to pass. He's under pressure as the Tigers get to him almost. Ellis Knight gets up in a nice defensive play. No interference. Kirby, the intended receiver, down the right side, and Ellis Knight all up in there and knocks the ball away. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Really don't know how Greg Gardi even got the ball out of there as a couple of Tigers. One of them, Kevin Andrews, just ran right past him. Still tried to get the ball downfield, and great coverage back there. I think it was Ellis Knight who got in front of the receiver and just used his body to shield him off, and he had a chance at an interception there, Terry.
Nice play there as both receiver and defender up to try and catch the ball. Same formation. Gardi. Long snap count.
Look
They'll
out.
hand off to Maloney over the left side on a reverse.
Wow.
And he's going to get swarmed as the Tiger defense just closes. And Drew McAdoo and Marquise Booker with Marquise on pursuit, and they found out that he's about as fast as Maloney.
Yeah, but Marquise had him by the jersey and just hung on for dear life, and it's a good thing that he did. But, boy, what kind of speed does he have if you can run down Maloney, keep up with him? Looked like he was water skiing
and
back there.
It really looked like it was read perfectly by the Tiger defense, and no gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. And this time they'll spread it out a little bit as they'll go back to the I formation. Gardi comes under center. Receivers split left and right. Maloney, play action. Nothing there as Gardi's going to get swarmed and tackled deep, and it'll be a loss of 7. They'll mark it in Ardmore territory at the 47-yard line. And Marquise Booker and Brian Booker, the Booker twins, have made it. And also credit Dante Moore because he got a hand on him, got his jersey, turned him back around, and then the Bookers put the bookends on him for the sack, and it's a punting situation for Chick. No rush from the Tigers on the punt. So line drive, Squibber hits at the 20, takes a Chick bounce, rolls down to the 10, 8-7-5, and that's where the Tigers will have to take over just shy of the 5-yard line, deep in their own territory. But credit the defense as they have played extraordinarily well in the first quarter and a half. Yes, they have. They played solid all year, and tonight is no exception. As again, Chickasha scores a lot of points, and they've had their number, and they've been able to just have their way in this first half. Send it down to the button starter and alternator sideline as the Tigers take a timeout. We'll check in with David Polk real quick here. His thoughts. I tell you what, the guys down here are pretty confident as they're coming off the field. They're really excited about what's going on, and even with the association to that punt right there, they were coaching as they were coming down the field, and I hope that we'll see them take it the length here and go score before halftime. All right, we'll take a timeout. Back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. And David Polk as the Tigers lead 7-0 in the first half with 5 minutes left on the clock here in the second quarter. Tigers back will start at this drive deep in their own territory from the 5-yard line. Didn't do very well last time, had to punt it away. But the first 2 drives, which took up most of the first quarter, pretty much just at will able to move the football. 3 receivers out. McAdoo will hand off to Colbert, though. He'll bust up through the middle, get up to about the 6, maybe the 7-yard line. And Chickasha playing the run a little better, though. The last 2 possessions for the Tigers, that running game has kind of come to a screeching halt. Going to have to loosen things up a little bit, probably. Get them to back up a little bit. Try to throw the ball down the field. You hate to down on your own end like that. 4:36 remaining. Still a chance, plenty of time. Time not an issue here before the end of the first half. As we definitely saw the running game at its best in the first quarter. Justin Day moves over to the left side. He'll be in the slot. Back to pass is McAdoo. He's got time. He throws down the left side, and it's caught by Jermaine Gresham at the 24-yard line. It almost intercepted. It went through Brian Elam's hands. Man, and I guess that's just being a little bit high. It's good to have a 6'8" receiver. It looked like Elam might have just mistimed his jump a little bit because he was in position for the interception. That's why I said, uh-oh.
Oh, but from down here, the ball was 2 feet over his hands.
Was it?
Yeah, he's the only guy that was going to catch that ball was Jermaine. It was a perfect pass for the sideline.
There you go. From this angle, it didn't look that way.
It's pretty from down here.
Have to check the playback on Tuesday and Wednesday night, 7 o'clock on cable channel 17. Culver on the pitch out to the right side. And man, he gets smacked by number 45, Johnson, the big fullback on that side. But Culver took a hit there. He'll get to the 25-yard line, and that's the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain, 2nd and 10.
Boy, I mean, that was a manhandling there. And trying to make sure Jimmy's
all right.
Is he all right, Terry?
He got up, walked back to the huddle, and went to the right side of the ball. So
we'll let you check your ear pads, see if you still got them both.
Culver lines up, I formation. Marquise Booker, the fullback right now. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Quick out to Dante Miller out in the flat. He'll get to the 15, or the 25 to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5 with a nice run after the catch of 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5 from the 30.
3rd and 5. Tigers have had some success rolling McAdoo out, and in that short passing game, you got to expect something like that. Ball out at the 30-yard line now. 3:09 remaining second quarter. Of course, the Tigers clinging to a 7-0 lead. Have had the ball most of the first half. Still just have 7 points to show.
Senior night here at Noble Stadium, and they had the ceremonies before the ball game. Quite a few seniors on the squad. Not near as many as last year. Offset lone back in the backfield. McAdoo rolls to his right side, throws it out to Justin Day. He can't quite hold on to it as he bounced it off his knees and off his chest, and he drops the ball. It's going to be 4th and 5, and the Tigers will have to punt it away. Good call, just couldn't quite execute.
Okay, now things are going to turn around and go the other way. Chickasha is going to have 2 minutes 44 seconds and have the ball on offense. Should have good field position as their punt returner going back, going to set up at his own 35-yard line.
They'll send 2 back in case we want to try to kick it away. Ryan Keaton on his own 15. And Kirby and Johnson back at the 34-yard line in their territory. The kick is away. It's a squibber, but it takes an Ardmore bounce. Kirby fields it at the 40. He'll get around the outside as we lost the footing. And Booker gets kicked out to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and out of bounds as the Chickasha Chicks with a huge block. Back deep at the 40-yard line. Stephen Lee had a shot and lost his, did he get blocked? Or
yeah, there's some good blocking outside. The wide guys in the Tiger kick coverage there just got pinned up inside, and just nobody there as he rounded the corner. And you have to credit Chickasha. That's why you play defense. You force him to punt. Actually, Ryan Keaton got a pretty good punt because he had some rush in his face up the middle. Kind of a low line driver, had a good roll to it, but that returner just got it outside and got a couple of good blocks on the corner.
Took it down to the 6-yard line in Ardmore territory, and now they'll line up in the I formation tight, nobody out. Sends a man to the right side. Maloney gets stuffed in the backfield. Nice job there. His number 56, Gene Cormier, shoots the gap, and he'll drop Maloney for a loss of 4. They'll mark it at the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, Gene just submarined in there and got Maloney by the ankles about the same time he got the football. Defensive front really playing well for the Tigers. Going to try to do what Chickasha did to them, hold them out without a score here as this first half of play going to come to a close here, about 2 minutes away.
I formation, a deep eye as they put Maloney back almost to the 20-yard line. He'll come around the right side, tries to follow blocking, stays on his feet, and the Tiger defense swarms over, and there's about 9 of them over there, Billy. And I think we'll give Marquise Booker and Robert Gordon the tackle.
And boy, that's just scary when you see Maloney get the ball that deep running wide. He's got good wheels, but really Tigers really played it well. First man didn't make the tackle, but he stacked it up, made Maloney run around the pile. Tiger pursuit caught up.
It'll be a gain of 5 or 4. They'll mark it back at the 5-yard line, and 3rd down and goal to go. Chicks trying to get on the scoreboard. The inverted wishbone. Kind of a nice formation with an offset back. Roll out to the right side as Gardi tries to go into the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Chicks. And that'll get them on the scoreboard with 1:02 left in the first half of play. The Chickasha Chicks on a roll out there. A nice 5-yard pass over to Kirby for the score. In to do the kicking, number 4. I'm sorry, that's number 9, Billy Holt for the extra point. The snap is down, it's up. Kick is up and good. So the Chicks tied up with 1:02. It's 7-all. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Deep kick into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback as Gresham fields it about 3 yards deep. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with no clock, no time expired. And let's send it down to David Polk. His thoughts on the Chickasha drive from the 6-yard line.
Well, it was really pretty unfortunate. It set up on the punt return, and we just didn't have somebody outside, and he got a great run. And then, you know, they were all keying on Maloney on that one, and they just moved out to the right and hit a guy coming back up from the end. He barely caught the ball in the end zone. If he had come back any further towards the ball, he'd have been out of the end zone when he caught it there. So we just were unfortunate.
That scoring summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. 808 12th Street Northwest in Ardmore. Crystal Clear Communications. McAdoo on a keeper, can't get anywhere. Looked like he was trying to run the option, but they stacked him up before he could ever get down the line. And it'll be a loss of 2. They'll mark it to the 18, 2nd down and 12.
You'd almost think these two teams changed uniforms, because now Ardmore can't move the ball and all the momentum with the Chickasha defense, and this is a timeout. And it looks like Chickasha called it, as they'd like to get the ball back again. 43 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Update us on some area scores there, Billy.
Well, football-wise, the big game going on up at Davis in the 2nd, still scoreless, as two explosive teams, really defensive struggle. No score in the 2nd quarter. Davis and Sulphur. Also, Plainview still leading Atoka 7-0. That also in the 2nd quarter. And in baseball, Houston now has a 4-2 lead in the 4th inning. And we'll try to keep those updated and get some others for you, as our scorekeeper had to leave, so we're going to have to scramble and get someone else to help us fill in.
We'll try to get some more during the halftime, as we'll have the halftime show here in about 43 seconds as we continue on. The Tigers move the ball at will in the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter, they have the running game is pretty much shut down. The Chicks made some adjustments, and the holes have disappeared.
Well, and a big play in the kicking game is, you know, made all the difference for Chickasha. Got them the momentum right now. They started at the Ardmore 6 short field, and they were able to score. Now Ardmore really needs to pick up a 1st down or so just to burn this clock.
I formation. Receivers left and right side. McAdoo back to pass. Going down the right side. Dante Miller, the intended receiver. And I'm not real sure if that wasn't interference, as number 15, Paul Stevenson, got in front, and he made a play on the ball. But
I think he did. I think he was looking at the ball, and he's trying to make the reception there. A little bit of contact late there, but Stevenson actually came closer to catching it than Dante would have.
Well, and that was because Dante had fallen or gotten knocked down. That's why I'm not sure if it wasn't. But neither here nor there. 3rd down and 12 with 37 seconds left in the 1st half of play. They'll send 2 receivers over here to the near side. McAdoo hands off to Colbert. He'll kick up the middle, and they'll get up to about the 20-yard line. The original line of scrimmage, it'll be a gain of 2, and it'll make it 4th down. The Tigers will have to punt it away.
And 27 seconds remaining.
And you have a punt return like the last one, and 27 seconds is plenty of time. So the Tigers' special teams will have to hold here. So we have a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. After the timeout, Tigers are going to have to take another one. They didn't like what they saw on the defense, so they're taking another one. We'll take one as well. We're back after this. 95.7 KKJ.
15.
Don't let him run it back.
It's 15 and a flag. Paul Stevenson.
Where we at, Phil? And after the punt, or the holding play, or holding penalty, it'll back them up again. The Tigers punt it away. They kick it up to the 44-yard line, and then after the penalty, it'll back them up some more.
It was Paul Stevenson on the run back for the Chicks, and that time the Tigers got him turned back inside. A lot more red jerseys in there. Get out on the perimeter. It's scary, as we saw in the last one. That time, much better coverage for the Tigers.
18 seconds left on the clock. We're all tied at 7 as the first half is coming to a close. 46-yard line. And in their own territories where the Chicks will take over. It's 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, lone back in the backfield. That's Maloney. Gardi under center. Back to pass. He's going deep. Gets his arm hit as he throws by Brian Booker.
Kevin Andrews.
Or is that Kevin? It is Kevin Andrews. Incomplete.
Kevin's had good pressure all night, Terry. Sorry, I didn't mean to walk on you there. Thought you were through, but Kevin has been in that backfield. Just missed him a couple of times. That time he didn't miss. He put his helmet right between the 1 and the 7 and hit him just about the time he's ready to unload that football.
Nice pressure there. And you're absolutely right. The Tigers have gotten pressure on Gardi pretty much every time he's wanted to throw the football, except for that first couple of plays where he overthrew and was incomplete, but now the defense at will. Again, 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Going deep. He's got time, flag on the play. The ball's in the air. Goes down deep on the right side. Nobody there. His favorite receiver. I believe that's
what I thought.
Kirby.
David Polk saw the same thing I did. I think Kevin Andrews is getting in there so quick. That time he got held, as he's going to be in that backfield again. That's going to back him up.
That was Brian Elam, the intended receiver, and they'll back him up, as you said.
If people could only see all the hand signals and the notes that are passed in here.
While we're on the air.
And one of our Tiger fans sitting near the crowd mic has had too many carbonated beverages. I couldn't help but notice a few minutes ago. That wasn't from the booth, by the way. That was
just in case you were wondering.
Someone enjoying the game out there.
As they back it up, it'll be at the 34-yard line with 7 seconds left on the clock. And you're right. I don't think people realize there's a crowd mic out there near them. And sometimes I might ought to warn them, I guess, before the game as to where the mic is.
Well, the Coke sales are good in that section. We know that.
3 receivers to the right. They throw it out to Maloney in the flat. He gets it to 35 to the, and that's where the defense will swarm and tackle as he broke 1 tackle, and then McAdoo comes up and makes the stop. The clock expires. That's going to do it for the first half. We're all tied at 7. After a punt return set up the Chickasha score from the 6, the Tigers drove it all the way down from the 43 and scored at the 49-yard line. 7-7. It's halftime. We're back after this on Senior Night at Noble Stadium. This is 95.7 KKHA.
And Brother Vincent. Joshua has played trombone band for 7 years and is currently the section leader of the Love Race. He has been in jazz band for 2 years, one of which took him to state in the jazz ensemble his freshman year. His plans after school are to go to college and obtain a music degree. Jocelyn Batts is accompanied by her parents Karen and Sherman Robertson, sister Daisha, and brothers Michael and Edward. Jocelyn has been in band for 2 years on the color guard. She plans to attend FLSU to be a music major. Megan Capshaw is accompanied by her parents Lori and Bill Capshaw, sister Ann, and brother Evan. Megan has been in band 4 years and is a co-captain of the color guard and is also vice president of the band. She plans to attend college to major in forensic science or chemistry. Jericho Day is accompanied by her parents Roxana and John Day. She has been in the band for 7 years, playing the French horn, and this year she is also a drum major. She plans to attend Oral Roberts University next fall. Trent Estrada is accompanied by his parents Tino and Christy Estrada and his brothers Tara and Tate. He has been in band for 7 years and plays the choir. Trent is section leader of the drum line and led drum line to win the Outstanding Drum Line in Conroe. He plans to attend OSU and study math and music. Joshua Jameson is accompanied by his parents Ron and Tanya Jameson and sister Stephanie. He has been in band for 7 years and plays the clarinet, tenor sax, and alto sax. He plans to attend college and graduate with a degree in pediatric dentistry or child psychology. Sarah Kemp is accompanied by her parents Charlie and Glenda Kemp and sisters Angie, Christy, Carla, Amy, and Charlie. She has been in band for 7 years, playing the trumpet, French horn, and currently serves as drum major for the marching band. After high school, Sarah plans to go to college to study web page design and graphic design. Joshua Leroy Lenny is accompanied by his parents Anna and Tim Lenny and grandparents Brenda and Larry Ned. He has been in band for 7 years, playing the trumpet and French horn. He plans to graduate college with a degree in computer science from UCO. Michelle Amber Long is accompanied by her mother Tammy Long, sisters Kathy and Jennifer, brother Patrick, and nephew Tristan. She has been in the band for 7 years, playing the flute and piccolo. She is the flute section leader and president of the band. She plans to attend UCO to be a pediatrician. Alan McCall is accompanied by his parents Ken and Carol McCall. He has been in band for 7 years and plays the baritone. He was a member of the high school Southeastern Honor Band and has received excellent and superior ratings at solo and ensemble contests. He plans to attend Rockhurst University in Kansas City, Missouri. Eddie Isaiah Thomas is accompanied by his parents William Moore and Carolyn Thomas. He has been in band for 7 years, playing the trumpet and tuba. He is section leader of the trumpet and has a solo on this year's halftime show. Eddie is also very active in the jazz band and plans to go to college and major in music. Jessica Elaine Walker is accompanied by her parents Harold and Julia Brown. She has been in band for 7 years, playing percussion. After high school, she is going to attend college, but is undecided in a major. Alan Walton is accompanied by his mother and father, Michael and Medina Walton. He's been in band for 6 years in the percussion section on the snare. He is section leader in the percussion and helped get best drum line at Conroe this year. After high school, he plans to play in the Southeastern University Jazz Band. Erica Victoria Washington is accompanied by parents Rosie Washington and James Knight, and sisters Dietrich Washington and Keisha Kinney. Erica has been in band for 7 years, playing the clarinet, bass clarinet, and the bass drum, and also serves as section leader for the clarinet section. She has been a member of the Southeastern All-District Honor Band for 3 years and has participated in the Woodwind Ensemble. After high school, she plans to go to college and is undecided on a major. Now, as part of the tradition of the Pride of Ardmore High School, the senior band members will lead us in the fight song. Good luck to all of our seniors, and congratulations for making it this far. You have made us very proud.
After really dominating the first half offensively.
Oh, yeah. Ardmore has done everything right except for, a minute or a minute and a half there. Possession time 14:25 to Chickasha's 9:35. So they're doing everything they need to do. And I, again, as you watch Coach Lloyd and the things that he's been able to do at halftime with our football team, I expect that he'll continue to make them, to encourage them to do the things that they're best at. And I would hope that we would come out in the first half and be ready to play. Very interesting thing just took place there. Of course, the Ardmore Tigers deferred to the second half. It looks like we're going to kick to start the second half. To start the game, the Tigers will kick from the south side of the field towards the field house where Chickasha will start the game. Again, 7-7. You've really basically heard the stats. There weren't a lot of them. It was a pretty significant game for just regular workman type football for the Ardmore Tigers in that first half with one lapse.
Well, Ardmore has played so well defensively, all night, and really it was not their fault on the shortened drive, the 6-yard drive. Again, just bad punt coverage, and it cost them. But Chickasha, I thought they turned it up a notch or two there late in the second quarter. Ardmore had trouble moving the ball, couldn't pick up a first down to run out the clock there before the end of the first half. So you have to credit Chickasha. They made some adjustments there. The running game for the Tigers had been kind of running rampant for a quarter and a half, and then all of a sudden it just wasn't there anymore. And you just have to credit Chickasha and some adjustments by their coaches on that side.
And they made them during the game, and I was pretty impressed by that because they did just kind of all suck into the middle of the field in between the tackles and dared Colbert to go outside, and we were still running inside. So I would look for Coach, after the guys in the booth get down to visit with him a little bit, I would look for them to maybe open it up on the outsides a little bit and some quick pitches and things like that to keep him honest. And you just really have to like what our Ardmore defense has done to Troy Maloney. Here he stands, 9 carries for 12 yards, and he's a young man, 7 games, who's got over 1,000 yards rushing. So that's been pretty significant.
They've done a great job. The thing is, you got to play 4 quarters because that's the kind of guy he can get loose one time and make you pay for it. So, so far so good for the Tiger defense. Got another half to play though.
Well, 2:20 left before we get this game started. I'm David Polk with Billy Wallace and Terry Long for KKAJ Sports 95.7. We'll be back with Ardmore Tiger football after these messages.
Terry Long and Billy Wallace and David Polk. Thank David and Billy for taking on the halftime show as the Ardmore Tiger Band are doing an excellent job this season. Looked real good out there and introduced the seniors. It's senior night here at Noble Stadium. Tigers lead 7-7.
Nobody leads.
I say they lead on the stat sheet, so.
Well, it doesn't help you then.
I know, and it doesn't ever come down to that.
But the effort is there for the Tigers. You have to like that. And then, too, you have to credit Chickasha. They played much better defensively there late in that second quarter. And so we got pretty much a fresh new ball game here. And the Tigers, as David said, are going to come out and kick. They had deferred to the second half. They're going to kick, try to play defense, get some more field position because it's been the team with the shortened field has been the one to be able to score tonight. And still having a problem there, aren't we?
A little bit. We're going to change frequencies here in a minute. As if David Polk will come back up this way, we'll get him taken care of. Tigers take the field, and so do the Chicks. As we're seconds away from starting the second half of play. And there is score to pass along to you. The Plainview Indians lead Atoka 34-0 at the half.
Wow.
And so just a huge deal there. As the Tigers still huddled up on the field. They'll be kicking off to the Chicks. Chicks will have the ball first offensively after the half-time break.
You will be kicking from the 40-yard line.
And here we go.
And there's the kick. It's a high boomer as it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And Guilherme Vieira, I tried to say it, was the kicker.
And he did a fine job as that was a line drive there, just about goalpost level there, crossbar level.
Not sure what happened to Ryan Keaton.
I heard someone say he might have been injured a little bit at halftime. I don't know, won't speculate on the nature of that injury, but new kicker there. Nice job kicking that one in the end zone.
As the Chicks come out in an I formation, Gardi under center. Looks to pitch out, does to Maloney. Goes around the left side. There's a flag on the play, and he'll be driven out of bounds on the far side at the 30-yard line. As he tried to cut up the field and almost did. It'll be a gain of 9. Let's see what the penalty is. As they move the flag up to the 19-yard line, it's going to be holding against the Chicks, so that'll back them up. And that'll put them on the back them up from the point of the infraction.
With Chickasha, they just like to line Maloney up deep, give him that deep pitch, give him a chance to look downfield, pick and choose where he wants to run. He had a seam outside, a little holding call that time on the Chickasha. He's going to bring it back, but he's a scary back. You can bottle him up all night, and he can spring one on you if you're not careful. And Tigers fortunate their penalty flag on the Chicks going to back him up. Chicks up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like a one-back set. Troy Maloney, the only back in the backfield. Gardi under center. Takes a snap, turns, hands off. Right up the middle to Maloney, but he stopped up right in the center. Defense there looks like DeJuan Miles. Also, I believe that's Kevin Andrews got up. A nice penetration. That time, middle of the Tiger defense just all over that play. Saw the handoff, the deep handoff, and Maloney just nowhere to run with it.
We're having technical problems.
I can tell. I thought you disappeared on me there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 20 now for Chickasha. Of course, the score tied 7-7, 11:06 remaining second quarter. Chickasha breaks the huddle. Will come to the line of scrimmage. I formation this time for the Chicks. Maloney, the I back. Gardi under center. Takes the snap, drops back, short pass to the left side. Underthrown, looked like might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. Kevin Andrews out there, or somebody got a hand up. It'll fall incomplete. That's going to bring up third down and 20 now for the Chicks, and that's what the Tigers would like to do, get Chickasha in a 3rd and long situation, a predictable situation for a running team that doesn't like to throw the ball that much. Coach Watford going to send in a fresh wide receiver with the play call here. Chickasha would like to at least pick up a first down to move that ball away from the shadow of their own goalpost. 3rd down and 17 now officially for Chickasha. Gardi under center, I formation, a deep pitch and a reverse going left side. That's Brian Elam. He's got some running room on the sideline right in front of the Chickasha bench, and he's going to score. He's 30, 50, 20, he's tackled at the 20-yard line. I couldn't pick up the number there. I was trying to read the number. Forgot I'm supposed to talk on times like that. Color commentator can't do this kind of stuff, Terry, while you're working on equipment. That was just a reverse going to the left side. He hit the boundary and just turned on the Jets. And Tigers fortunate, had the angle to get over to bump him out of bounds, but a big play for Chickasha. 3rd and 17, and they get the ball all the way down to the Tiger 15-yard line. So they're going to have a 1st and 10 situation at the Tiger 15-yard line.
And now I'm back. We're going to test the button sideline off microphone real quick and see if David Polk is there.
I'm here.
All right.
We're ready.
We're ready to rock and roll. As Gardi comes under center, I formation. Ball on the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10. From the 17, I'm sorry. Gardi on a fade pass down to the far right side of the end zone, and it's caught by Kirby. As he got behind Robert Gordon, it's going to be a touchdown Chicks. At 9:42 in the third quarter.
And that, Terry, that's an 80-yard scoring drive that time, and most of it thanks to Brian Elam on the reverse, took it down the boundary, got it down to the 15-yard line, and that was just a good effort on the part of Gardi and also the wide receiver there, as he got a little shove to create a little separation, makes the easy reception.
Billy Holt to kick. The snap is good, and the kick is good. That's going to make it 14-7 with 9:42 in the third quarter of play. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. As the Chicks kick a long onside kick or a short onside kick, and it's going to be fielded by Dante Moore at the 35-yard line, and he falls on it after he fumbled the reception, but he did fall on it. Tigers will keep it. So the long onside kick didn't work. Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk.
Well, Ardmore in great shape there, forced to 3rd and 17. Unfortunately, the big reverse play to Brian Elam took it down the sideline and got it down into Tiger territory, down to the 15. A nice pass play to score there, and you got to credit Chickasha. They had an uphill battle. They worked their way out of it with a big play, and they have always been an explosive team, a big play team.
Justin Day goes out to the far right side. Dante Miller in the slot. Jermaine Gresham to the near side. I formation. Handoff to Carver. He's going to get stacked up in the backfield after a loss of a couple, but there is a flag on the play. We'll send it down to the Button sideline with David Polk and see what his thoughts are on the flag.
We probably are moving just a little bit on the left-hand side on the outside receiver there. Probably was leaning, so that came from the line judge. So we're probably going to back it up 5, or they may take the loss of down here.
Illegal shift was the call.
And Terry, just like a heavyweight fight, Tigers need to answer here as Chickasha came out and had a few body blows there on that first drive, took it down and scored. Now Ardmore's going to have to answer. They have moved the ball pretty much all night, but you know, momentum right now is wearing purple and gold, and Ardmore's got to make their own big plays come about and try to wrestle that momentum back.
May just be me, but those pants look awful black now. I think they changed on us. That's the maybe it's the light. Nobody in the backfield. McAdoo rolls to his left side. He throws out into the flat, and it's going to be Justin Day, the intended receiver, but it was way over his head. And Justin Day comes all the way over jumps over the Ardmore bench, and it'll be incomplete. 3rd down and 11.
Well, Daniel Trotter and also Fred Givens in there on McAdoo. Really, Drew had no chance to try to look downfield to drop that in. It's going to take a little touch to drop the ball in there to Justin Day, and just got hurried too much.
Rolling left, trying to throw to his left, and really couldn't set and throw.
When especially with 2 big guys chasing him.
McAdoo does a little bit better rolling to his right and throwing on the move. 3 receivers over here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lone back in the backfield. McAdoo throws it out into the flat to Jermaine Gresham. 35 to the 40. Breaks a tackle. 45, 50. Still on his feet. Gets down to the 45 in Chickasha territory before the big man Johnson comes over and makes the tackle. And that was a good play as Jermaine Gresham little hopping, stepping, and jumping. Nice gain there of 20. 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line in Chickasha territory.
And maybe that's the body blow that the Tigers needed there to get that momentum back. Is Jermaine Gresham the guy to get it done there? Such a big physical player. It's tough for any defense to defend that. One player is not going to bring him down.
They'll send 3 to the far right side, 2 to the near side. Nobody in the backfield. McAdoo back to pass. He's got time. Gresham in the flat again at the 40. Down to the 40 as he was hit at the 41-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, but these little passing plays are going to loosen up the running game again. You know, Tigers were running the ball pretty effectively, and then it kind of got shut down 2nd quarter. Even these little short 5, 6, 7-yard short pass plays will open things up a little bit and give Jimmy Colbert a little room to run.
And the score right here will jumpstart the defense as well. If Tigers can answer. Showing blitz as they move 5 up into the box. McAdoo back to pass. Throws the fade. Kind of a miscommunication as Gresham stopped running.
Well, go ahead.
He got pushed out of bounds there. He got drove out of bounds by the defender before the ball got in the air. So
that was Troy Maloney. I was just going to say he really stopped him up pretty good there. Got a good shot on him and did knock him out.
Gresham playing the short side of the field there. 8:29, 14-7. The Chickasha Chicks lead the Tigers. If you're just now joining us, 8:29 left in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They'll kick it out to Justin Day at the 40. He'll get across the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 3 on a little out pass there. Just really, the receiver doesn't even move off the line of scrimmage. Just a little quick out there.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
3. Tigers will punt it away, try to trap the Chicks deep in their own territory, and set up for field position on the next series. Drew McAdoo to do the punting. This time he's standing on his own 47-yard line. Back deep, it'll be Kai Kirby and Brian Elam. McAdoo with the kick, gets it away, hits at the 3, 2, and then rolls into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback, and the Chicks will get the ball on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
2nd consecutive possession Well, the second possession of the second half for Chickasha. They started at their own 20 last time, took it 80 yards to score on the big reverse play. Most of that yardage eaten up by Brian Elam on the reverse. Really, again, though, the Tiger defense hasn't played all that badly. Gave up that reverse, was the biggest play of the night on offense for Chickasha.
That summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. 808 12th Street Northwest in Ardmore. Crystal Clear Communications. Hand off to Maloney. Breaks around to the outside, hits the 30, 35, before he's finally brought down by Drew McAdoo and Ellis Knight at the 37, 38-yard line. And it'll be good for the first down and move the chains, a gain of 18.
And that's what we've talked about all night. You can bottle him up, and still he can spring on you at any time. And boy, Troy Maloney is scary when he gets the ball. When you're a Tiger fan, you see 22 with the ball outside with the blocker. It's a scary thing. Tigers did a nice job. Drew McAdoo, good open field tackle on a difficult guy to bring down one-on-one.
As the size of the Chickasha Chicks starting to take its toll on the defense for the Tigers. Lone back in the backfield. Strong left side. Maloney on the pitch out to the left. Tries to cut outside. Can't get there. And he's going to get stacked up behind as Robert Gordon came up and made a nice tackle from the corner. And it'll be a loss of 4. They'll mark it at the 36-yard line, and it'll be second down and 14.
Really looked like that play was designed to run off tackle there for Maloney. He just bounced it outside, tried to use his speed to get out there, and Robert Gordon, step for step with him, came up quickly as he closed in containment in that run game and made a nice open field tackle.
Gardi under center, man in motion. Now he moves to the strong right side. Option to the left side. He'll keep it. He'll get nowhere as Brian Booker, Kevin Andrews, and Stephen Lee get in on the tackle and drop him. Maybe a no gain. It'll still be third down and 14.
And this is just about where we were just a few minutes ago, though, as they had 3rd and 17 on the prior possession. Tigers need to finish this out, hold them right here, get the ball back for their offensive unit.
I formation, split receivers left and right. Gardi under center. Fake pitch to Gardi. They're going deep down the middle of the field. The ball down there, intercepted at the 30-yard line. Now they're calling it incomplete as Robert Gordon was going to had it, couldn't hold on to it as he hit the ground. Incomplete. That'll make it 4th down though, and the Chicks will have to punt it away.
Double coverage that time, and Robert Gordon actually, I thought, came down with the football. When he hit the ground, it came loose. The official said he didn't have possession, which may be okay because it's going to be back in the same vicinity where Justin Day is going to set up for the punt. Justin will have a chance for a return.
Billy Holt to punt. He's standing on his own 25-yard line, gets the kick away. It's a nice kick. It hits at the 35. It rolls down to the 31, 32-yard line, and that's where the Chicks will down it. And you know what? It's the exact same location. Robert Gordon hit the ground. And
that's hard to do.
No effect on the play. And that's where the Tigers will take over. 1st and 10. Let's send it down to the Button sideline with David Pope.
I'm just kind of like Billy there. I sure thought he had the ball when he hit the ground, and the ground really is not supposed to cause the fumble. But again, I was thinking the same thing, that we might be better off having an opportunity to return a punt. If he'd punted like he had punted tonight, there's a good chance that Justin Day would have had a chance to put some yards back towards our end zone.
5:38 on the 3rd quarter of play. The Chicks lead 14-7 over the Ardmore Tigers. We'll try to update you on some area scores on the break. There'll be nobody in the backfield. They bring up the fullback to the offset. He's kind of stacked on the line of scrimmage. McAdoo under center. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. He rolls to his left, looks to throw. He'll keep it, pulls it down. He's up to the 35, 36 before he runs out of bounds. And it'll be a nice gain of 6 yards, and they'll make that 5 yards. They'll mark it to there. It'll be second down. I guess they'll mark it. He ran out of bounds a little earlier than I thought. It'll be second down at 6.
And I think Drew must have felt big Fred Givens just breathing down his neck there, down his collar, as Fred chasing him. Fred, 272 pounds, about 3 steps behind him. Drew just had enough wheels to get away from him.
Strong right side, lone back in the backfield. McAdoo under center. 2 out to the right. He'll hand off to that back. That's Colbert. It breaks the tackle to 40, 45, 50, across the midfield marker. Flag on the play down at the 30. make that the 46-yard line, and the flag thrown to at the 49-yard line. David Polk, what do we got?
That's a hold right there where the flag is at, just down the field a little bit, trying to open him up a little more, and there was a hold. So
hold against the Tigers. So Jimmy Colbert with a nice run there, though. The first decent run he's had so far in the second half, as he was able to bounce outside, break a few tackles.
Boy, the penalty flag, it really hurts right there. That's still a good play. Jimmy Colbert with one of his better runs of the night there, and unfortunate to have a penalty called. The Tigers having to overcome a lot of obstacles in this second half, but they do have a second and short situation, so that's on the plus side of things.
The penalty, 10 yards from the point of infraction, that puts the ball at the 41-yard line. It'll be second down and a yard to go. They'll say 2. I say 1. What's the difference? I'm not sure what PA is looking at, but well, that's all right. McAdoo under center, 2 receivers out to the right side. McAdoo stuffs it up inside, tries to keep it.
Boy, I'm going to tell you,
and they stacked him up tight.
The short yardage stuff for the Tigers has been tough tonight. Chickasha, when you pin them up on a short yardage situation, they are tough up front defensively, and they just shoved the Tiger offensive line back. McAdoo nowhere to go with it. Looked like it was going to be a quarterback sneak. Nowhere to sneak.
Well, that's Fred Givens, and they're trying to run right at him, and he's 6'3", 272 pounds. He's not easily moved. Colbert will be the lone back. He's offset to the left side. 2 receivers out to the right. Gresham's in the slot on that side. Justin Day on the near side. Drew McAdoo back to pass. He rolls to his right side. He's under pressure. He'll throw it down and lobs it up. It'll be Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. It's tipped up and intercepted by the Chicks. Number 33, Daniel Trotter. Off after the tip. As the corner, the only one, the defender, the only one who had a play on the ball. Gresham couldn't get to it.
Trying to lob it up there for the big guy, but too many gold jerseys out in that area, and then the old tip drill came into effect. And nice play there as it was tipped up in the air. Was able to get his hands under it for the interception.
So the Chicks will take over 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line in their own territory. With 4:07 in the third quarter of play. High formation, receivers left and right. Now they'll move the tight end over to the right side. Gardi back to pass, rolls right, then scoots back to his left side, throws down to the left, and it's going to be incomplete. Robert Gordon, who got out of position, Kai Kirby, the intended receiver, and then Gordon recovered nicely and able to get a hand on the ball and knock it away.
Pretty good battle going on between Gordon and Kai Kirby there as they are battling. I think he shoved him out of his intended route, but Kai saw his quarterback and just kind of improvised there, broke it back inside. Robert with a late recovery there to make sure that wasn't a completion for Chickasha. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Defense has played very well tonight, except for one play. High formation. Flag on the play, and I think we're going to have movement on the line. David Polk with the button starter and alternator sideline report. What do we got?
That's exactly what it was. There's a little movement there. So they're going to back them up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Coach Lloyd pacing the sidelines. Didn't like that. Or likes to see him back up, but trying to figure out what he needs to do to get his offense moving.
Well, the yellow flag had as much to do with it on that last possession.
We didn't want them to. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That holding call.
Tigers' offensive possession.
High formation, 2 receivers left side, nobody to the right. Now they'll move a man in motion. He comes this way. Gardi back to pass, play action, he'll throw over the top. Gordon loses his footing. It's caught at the 40, down to the 30-yard line before the safety able to come over and make the stop. And I say safety, that was the linebacker, Stephen Lee, came over and made the tackle. Gordon lost his footing right as Gardi let go of the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line in Ardmore territory, and the Chicks threatening to score again.
And boy, the Tiger defense really got to dig in. Can't afford to go down by 2 touchdowns, trailing 14-7 now Chickasha starting to build a little bit of momentum again, starting to get some things to click.
Gardi under center. He'll move a man over to the right side. Strong right side. They'll hand off to Maloney. He tries to cut back, goes to the left.
Fumble.
The ball's on the ground. It's all the way back at the 45-yard line, and Gardi recovers as one of the Tigers got a hand on it, just knocked the ball about 10 yards back.
That almost looked like that Jason White fumble against Texas.
It sure did.
One of the Tiger defenders reached out and just slapped the ball out of there, and it bounced backwards at least 10 yards.
A loss of almost 20. And they'll mark it at the 47-yard line, and it'll be second down and a 25, 26-yard line. 26. So that's a huge break for the Tiger defense as that traps them deep or a little bit further back. Chicks will stay with the lone back in the backfield. Maloney, play action. Gardi rolls to his right. He's under pressure. The Tigers had 2 on him. Now they throw it away. And they're wanting a flag. Coach Lloyd looking over here wanting a flag. There goes the flag from the referee.
White hat's got that one.
The white hat finally threw the flag.
Yeah.
And we'll send it down to that voice. That was David Pope.
I'm sorry, you did have number 15 for Chickasha. He's out there just about the hashes working this way, but clearly from what I saw, that was a grounding of the football there, so they're going to back it up.
As they, you're absolutely right.
That's a loss of down, too. That's a great big play.
Similar to what we saw in the Shawnee game,
yeah,
self-destruction from the Chickasha Chicks is, and I credit the defense for the Tigers with creating that as they knocked the ball on the fumble.
Oh, no kidding.
But now the intentional grounding from the defense getting back, and now we're going to have a loss of down. It'll be third down and about 40. Not quite as far back as the Wolves went when the Shawnee Wolves were here. But they marked the ball at the 36-yard line.
And then we'll see what interesting thing happens on this play. That's been an interesting series for Chickasha this time.
It'll be third and about 44 yards. I formation. Handoff to Maloney. Busts up the middle, hits to the 40, 43-yard line in his own territory. It'll be a nice run. It'll be a gain of 7, and that'll bring on the punting unit for the Chicks. So conservative.
Yeah, but when you hand it to 22, sometimes conservative can be explosive too. And that time Tiger defense not fooled. He did pick some yards up in the middle, but nowhere near the first down. It'll be a punting situation for Chick.
Justin Day back deep for the Tigers, standing on his own 25-yard line, almost at the first down marker for the Chicks. It's a low snap, but the punt gets away. It's a nice punt. Day fields it at the 25. Almost evades the tackler, but can't get away as the outside man comes in, makes a nice open field tackle. And they'll mark it at the 29-yard line, or the 24-yard line. Man, I'm off tonight. But
well, the good thing about that, Tigers don't give up anything after the interception didn't come back to hurt them. And new life for the offensive unit now. Ardmore needs to put together a drive. 1:50 remaining third quarter. Tigers still trail 14-7. Plenty of time, but got to start making something happen on offense.
And as the defense stands, that will motivate the offense, or pump up, change the momentum, I should say, and not motivate, but shift the momentum. Lone back in the backfield, that's Colbert. He'll be the ball carrier. He'll take it and almost breaks the tackle. Number 63, Givens, with a nice ankle tackle at the 25-yard line. And had he not made that, Colbert was set up to make about another 15 yards.
Yes, you're correct. He had an opening in front of him, but Fred Givens, I've been impressed with him all night. For a big guy, he is pretty quick on his feet. He just dove out and made an ankle tackle on Jimmy Colbert.
Second down and 8 after the gain of 2. 1:18 in the third. McAdoo under center, nobody in the backfield. Looks to pass. He'll bootleg to the right side, throws out, hits Dante Miller out in the flat. It'll be a gain of 7. They'll mark it just shy of the first down marker, and it'll be third down and 1 at the 33-yard line.
And that is a connection we have not seen tonight. I believe that's the first catch for Dante Miller. He and McAdoo really connected well as Ardmore played on the road at Southeast a couple of weeks ago, connected on some long pass plays. The first time that we have called Dante's name tonight, I believe, on a reception.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Those are the films that Chickasha receives from the Tigers, and maybe they've been had him doubled up most of the night, as they do bring Kirby over the top. Hand off to Colbert. He's going to barely get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. We'll see where they mark the ball. Send it down to David Polk, and what do we got there, David?
He's going to be about a half yard short. Just about a half a yard short.
The short yardage situations for the Tigers tonight just aren't there.
It has been tough. You know, when Chickasha knows you're coming right at them, it has been hard for the offensive front to get a push on them up front.
Timeout, Ardmore. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Stadium. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk. 14-7. The Chicks on top of the Ardmore Tigers. Back to punt. It'll be Drew McAdoo. He's standing at the 20-yard line. Gets the kick away. It's a nice high spiral, and it's a boomer. It goes way back. Fair catch called for at the 20-yard line by Kirby. And from the 20 to the 20. Nice kick there by Drew McAdoo.
And Drew forced into action. Ryan Keaton a little bit dinged up at halftime there, and Drew has punted in the second half. And Tigers are blessed with two good punters and a good place kicker in Ryan Keaton. And as we saw his replacement, Guillermo Vieira, or whatever, however you want to pronounce that.
Guillermo
did a fine job on his kickoff to start the second half. So kicking game is solid.
Somebody's looking at us through the press box window. He's not listening. Your thoughts on what's going on so far in the ball game?
Well, I tell you what, I think we just were unfortunate there in the third quarter to allow them to sneak out on us and get ahead. The guys down here, they're still positive. They still think they can do what they need to do, and they're ready for a fourth quarter.
Well, if anything is for certain in this season, the Ardmore Tigers know that you got to play 4 quarters of football. They've come back from behind and won the ball game in 4 quarters. They were able to do that and secure the victory against the Duncan Demons, also against the Shawnee Wolves. Came back in the 4th and won. So anything's possible. Still 12 minutes to play.
Well, the defense has done their job. I mean, they have held an explosive team in the Chickasha Fighting Chicks to a limited number of offensive yards. Actually, they gave up the one big reverse, the 15-yard pass play, but other than that, have played solid. Still have to continue to create things, though.
Hand off to Maloney. He's not going to get anywhere as the defense shoots the gap, and we're going to give that to Gene Cormier. Credited for the tackle. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll make it 2nd down and 11. That summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent.
Well, Terry, after 3 quarters, Troy Maloney only has 19 yards rushing on 14 carries. So the Tigers, as David said at halftime, they have done a great job on number 22.
And he's the only back they've had in the backfield. They haven't switched anybody off like Lott Mack did. I formation, 2 receivers to the left side, nobody to the right. Hand off to Maloney. He tries to go over the left tackle. He'll push his way up to the 24-yard line, where he'll be stood up and pushed back by about 3 Tigers. Ellis Knight comes up on the tackle. Also, Brian Booker on the bottom of the pile, along with several others.
Tigers would like to have a turnover here. They gave one up earlier to Chickasha. The Ardmore defense was able to hold Chickasha out of the end zone. Tigers are ready for a payback here. They'd like to. They punched the ball out. They didn't get on top of it. Thinking turnover here. Plenty of time though. 10:44 remaining now in the 4th quarter.
3rd down and 7. Man in motion. And it just moves over to the left side. I formation. Play action. The ball is tipped and blocked By number 33, that's Marquise Booker.
Had a chance, didn't we?
That'll be incomplete, 4th down.
Marquise would have, he plays offense some too. He could have taken that to the house if he'd have caught that one.
Well, and I think Brian Booker was on the other side. Again, the bookends come in, and Marquise gets a hand up and knocks the ball down. It'll be 4th down and 6 or 7. They'll punt it away from their 10-yard line is where the punter's standing. It's a high snap, but he does get it down. It's an end-over-end line drive. It hits the 45 down to the 30 on an Ardmore or Chick bounce. Dave feels it, stays in bounds, gets up to the 37, 38-yard line before he's run out of bounds, and there's flags everywhere.
Well, we're going to be fortunate on this because we got a clip down the field, but we're going to get a late hit on the sideline, so that's going to help us out.
As we have a flag back down at the 29-yard line. That'll be where the clip was. They're going to iron it out.
Little seminar going on about the 40-yard line there.
They're just trying to figure out, you know, where they're going to, how you're going to enforce the penalty, because there's 2 here you have to enforce. So one's a dead ball.
Jermaine Gresham's going to take it all in. He's standing close enough to hear their discussion.
Button starter and alternator sideline. David Polk is button starter and alternator repair. For all your battery needs, get by and have your battery tested for the winter at no charge at Button Starter and Alternator, 28 North Commerce in Ardmore. As Tigers going to try something different to get spark something here in the offense. They'll move McAdoo over to the wide receiver position. Lionel Jimenez in at quarterback.
Little change of pace, and we have seen it be effective earlier this season. They went the same combo and had great success moving the football.
Now they're moving the football all the way back to the 13-yard line.
That's okay. Watch what he's doing here.
Now he's coming back this way.
The actual regulations say that you have to walk off both penalties. So what he did is he walked off the chop or the block below the waist, and then he came back with a dead ball foul. So it should be 1st down right there at the 29.
And that's exactly what it is. And it'll be 1st and 10 from there, as they're still seminaring in the. I've yet to see the signal of what the call was, but I guess the referee made it. Now I take that back. Now McAdoo's still in at quarterback, so I thought Lionel was in.
He's a wide receiver.
He's the wide receiver. Throw it out. Gresham at the 30, down to the 35, and he'll run out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Make it the 38. And it'll be a gain of 8. And it'll be 2nd down and a short 1.5, maybe 2.
One thing about Coach Lloyd, just because you see the same numbered guys trotting out on the field, you never know where he's going to line them up. A very creative offensive coach for the Tigers, and this time Jimenez the wide receiver and McAdoo the quarterback, and I wouldn't be surprised if they flip-flop at some point.
3 receivers here to the right side, 1 to the left side, a lone back in the backfield. That's Dante Moore. And McAdoo will keep it on the left side. He goes out to the 50, 45, cuts back down to the 40-yard line in Chickasha territory, and a nice run there by Drew McAdoo as he had lead blocking from Jermaine Gresham and a few other people.
I tell you what, that boundary in front of the Chickasha bench has been the exciting boundary tonight. As Elam had a long reverse run right down in front of him. That time McAdoo got to the corner and nobody home, and he was able to pick and choose back there. Good blocking. I think it was Gresham with the clearing block. And Tigers may have something working here. 9:53 left in the ball game. Tigers still have 2 timeouts left, and trailing just by a touchdown.
A gain of about 20. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line in Chickasha territory. McAdoo under center. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. McAdoo back to pass. He's looking at Gresham on the left side. Hits him in stride at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds at the 15-yard line. As a nice float pass right there to Jermaine Gresham. As just, you got 6'8" against 5'9".
Yeah, but look at the touch on that pass for McAdoo as he saw Gresham coming open. Had to make the perfect throw to drop it in there. Double coverage that time on Gresham. And just a perfectly thrown ball and a nice catch and run with the football after the catch for Jermaine Gresham.
And he really did drop it in nicely. Gresham didn't have to break stride or anything. able to pick up another 5 yards. He caught it at the 20 down to the 15. And that's where the Tigers will have 1st and 10 with 9:31 in the third quarter, or the fourth quarter. Trying to even the score up as the Chicks lead by 7. McAdoo under pressure. Now they throw it over here to the right side and basically just throws it away as everybody covered up, nobody open. Nice decision there by Drew McAdoo.
Yeah, and make sure there's no gold jerseys where you lob the football over there. Good pressure up the middle that time for, I think that was Nathan Barker in McAdoo's face, and a wise decision for the senior quarterback for the Tigers, just get rid of that football.
So he'll come out from the sideline with the play. With about 15 seconds left on the play clock. 9:25 in the fourth quarter left in the ball game. We'll try to get some other area scores for you at the break. McAdoo under center. He'll hand off to Moore up the middle to the 5. Touchdown Tigers! Dante Moore breaks through the line of scrimmage and just barrels his way into the end zone.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. The guy works so hard blocking and plays defense and offense and does the little things, protects his passer. A lot of times that time they just sneak the ball to him up the middle. Just determined running for Dante Moore and a touchdown.
Guilherme Vieira in to do the kicking.
And it is a somewhat important extra point.
Drew McAdoo to hold. As Vieira is out during the halftime warming up and practice. The snap is up. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So he ties it up. Vieira with his second extra point of the season.
I think there was a little bit of ball caught on that one too, guys, down here. It kind of limped over, but we were real fortunate there.
14-all is the score. 9:18 left in the ball game. We've got a good one for you. Come back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Welcome back as the Tigers kick off deep, and the Chicks will have no return on the play. They'll catch it at the 21-yard line. That's where the Tigers or the Chicks will take over 1st and 10.
That was Paul Stevenson on the try to return there. Just great coverage for the Tigers, and momentum back in red right now. Another big series for the Tiger defense. Can they hold them, get the ball back again? Still a lot of time. 9-10 remaining. All knotted up, 14 apiece now.
Chicks in an I formation. Receivers left and right. Gardi puts a man in motion now. A pitch to Maloney over the right side. He'll get stacked up back deep in the, and that's going to be number 20, Justin Fields. Loss of 3. Make it 2. They're going to give him progression. And it'll be 2nd down and a 12.
And a bevy of Tigers there. Justin Fields the first guy there, but had a lot of help. And again, so far so good on Maloney as they have really bottled him up.
We do have an area score, 34-0. The Plainview Indians over Atoka. That was in the third quarter of play. And we had St. Louis over Houston 4-2 in the 7th inning. Gardi back to pass. Got time, looks to throw, goes down the middle, almost caught as it was a long pass, and the receiver laid out. McAdoo tried to catch the tip.
Boy, that was almost a reception. Paul Stevenson really laid out. Must have fallen on the ball the way he's laying there, like it knocked the breath out of him, and he just almost came down with that football. That was well thrown by Gardi, and Stevenson had just enough of an opening to give him a chance to make that reception.
And I believe it did knock the breath out of him as he's still laying on the turf, but they'll help him up, and he'll come off. As
Well, he was sure flat when he hit the ground, but I tell you what, if the ball had just been thrown 2 yards further, we'd have been down by 6 because he had everybody beat there, and you know, he just laid out instead of running under it.
Gardi did a good job of staying in there and just holding on to the ball and waiting till he saw the receiver break, and because it looked like he was going to try to run, and then he changed and able to get the ball down there. 8-19, 14 all. We're tied. The ball's on the 20-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 12. The Chickasha Chicks, I formation. Gardi takes a long snap count. Back to pass. He's got protection. Now he gets hit as he throws the football, and it's a long throw. Nobody can get to it, not even the Tigers defense. Justin Day and Robert Gordon down deep.
Well, we talked about Dante Moore offensively as he scored the tying touchdown for the Tigers. That time he hit Gardi just as he threw the football and made sure that nobody was going to be able to make that reception.
And that's going to make it 4th and 12, and the Chicks will have to punt it away. Billy Holt back deep, kick for the Chicks. High snap, he does get it away. It's an end over end. Kicks it over to the left side. It hits at the 35 and goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10.
Well, things are starting to shape up a little bit for the Tigers. Another strong defensive stand for the defensive unit of the Ardmore Tigers. The offense with new life as they took the ball and put it in the end zone as they started at their own 29-yard line. So a 71-yard drive on their last possession for a score. A lot more enthusiasm and a little more confidence, I think, on the offensive unit for the Tigers, and a chance to go try to take the lead and try to win this thing. 8:06 remaining, Terry.
As the momentum was shifted in the 3rd quarter to the Chickasha Chicks, with the punt return, going into the halftime, tying the score up, came out of the locker room with the reverse play, able to break it open, take the lead. And the Tigers have just hung in there and shifted the momentum back. You can even feel it in the stands. The band is playing more. Everybody's into it. McAdoo hands off to the fullback. He'll bust his way up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 5. And that was Marquise Booker, the ball carrier,
who also does a nice job at fullback for the Ardmore Tigers. He just moved the pile. Really didn't have a lot of blocking in there. Just moved the pile by himself there, and that was a nice pickup on 1st down as he picked up 6 yards. Moved it farther than I thought.
And you're absolutely right. Just hit that pile and kept driving his legs. Runs downhill. He'll stay in the backfield. McAdoo under center. 3 receivers to the right side. That's the near side over here by us. McAdoo pulls it back out, tries to get around the outside, does not. Nice coverage there by number 71. That's Heston Schultz.
And that play stuffed up by Fred Givens. We've talked about Fred all night long, but he just took that fullback dive there and took that option away as McAdoo pulled the ball out. They still were able to keep it to a short gain, but that fullback dive that time going nowhere thanks to Mr. Givens.
Dante Miller comes here to the near side. Justin Day in the slot. Lionel Jimenez in the slot. McAdoo back to pass. He's looking downfield. Throws over the top. Caught by Miller at the 48-yard line. Breaks a tackle. Falls forward up to the... No, they're not going to say. He's still at the 48-yard line. Nice job there. 1st and 10 Tigers.
There's that connection we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And really... McAdoo and Dante have had a pretty nice season. They think alike as they both know what the other's going to do. That was a nice throw. Drew a little heat in his face again, stood in there pretty tough. Was able to drill it down there to Miller. Miller not the biggest guy to find in the secondary either. He's not like Gresham, but that was well executed.
They'll keep the one back set. 3 receivers on the near side. They'll hand it off to the fullback, the big man. He pushes his way forward. Now you can see the Chicks starting to try to strip and pull the ball away as he gets up to the just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of maybe 1.5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Marquise Booker and also Quentin Grant up front trying to help him out. Good blocking up front as really got hit at the line, and Grant and Booker both just shoved the pile back to pick up 1.5 yards.
Let's send it down to the Button sideline. David Polk.
I tell you what, we're still just trying to figure out what we can get down the field on. There have been a couple of opportunities we had there for passes that the defense really didn't line itself up for us, so we'll have to see what happens here.
McAdoo under center. Timeout. Tigers. We'll take one as well. We're back after this. It's 95.7 KKJ. Stadium. It's senior night where the Tigers have trailed. They've led by 7, they've trailed by 7, and it's tied up at 14. I'm Terry Long alongside Billy Wallace and David Polk on the sideline as the Tigers have moved the football fairly well here in this fourth quarter. They'll have an offset I formation. It'll be Marquise Booker offset to the left side at the fullback. McAdoo hands off to Colbert. Colbert tries to follow the pile, can't get anywhere, gets back to the line of scrimmage barely. Maybe a loss of a half yard. That'll make it 3rd down and 10.
Boy, nothing there. I mean, the middle part of that defensive front is just swarming as that fullback play has not been there. That time they try to run Colbert in between the guards and over the center, and it's just not happening right now.
With only 5:12 left in regulation, we're tied up at 14. We're going to try to find out the scores from around the area. But McAdoo bootlegs to the right. Tries to throw it out to Day. It gets almost intercepted and tipped up. Chris Lambros gets a hand on it, knocks it away. It'll be 4th down and 10, and the Tigers will punt it away.
And if you recall, the thing that turned the tide in that first half was a punt return for Stevenson as he broke it down to the Ardmore 6-yard line. Tigers can afford no more lapses here. We're under 5 minutes now. 4:58 left. Tigers in punt formation.
McAdoo back to punt. He's standing on his own 35. Back deep. Stevenson and Elam. Make that Kirby and Elam. Low snap. They get the kick away. It's a line drive. Spiral. It hits at the 20. Kirby tries to get outside. Or that's Stevenson. He gets up to the 34-yard line before he's brought down by Marquise Booker and Brian Booker. And that's where the Chicks will take over, 1st and 10.
And the Ardmore defense got to be a little bit fatigued. They've been out on the field a lot. They have played so well in this entire ball game. Take away a couple of plays, and they're going to be called on to do it again. Now 4:45 remaining. Tigers right now have to get the ball back for their offense, so they need a 3-and-out against this potent Chickasha offense that's been restrained all night long by the Tiger D.
They stay with the I formation. They'll move a man over to the left side. Tigers stack the line. Play action. He's going to get smacked in the backfield. Stephen Lee with a nice rush coming from the right side. He'll sack Gardi back down at the 25-yard line, and it'll be a nice loss of 10.
And did Stephen Lee wake the crowd up or what? The crowd reacting to that hit. You could see it coming. You're just waiting on the impact. And Stephen Lee plays with so much emotion. It's just a fun guy to watch play ball.
Blindsided him as he came in. Nice tackle and nice just came out from the blitz on the right side and took him down. Gardi didn't have any time to set. And you're right. It just energized the crowd. They'll move a man out to the far right side, and that's going to be an illegal shift, I believe. Maybe me. Send it down to David Boak, find out for sure.
Oh, it wasn't an illegal shift. We got a timeout.
Oh, okay, well.
That's kind of an illegal shift.
They threw the flag.
He waved the flag off. I think probably. Coach caught it, and Coach called timeout from the other side of the field.
Oh, well, wishful thinking. Back after this on 95.7 KKJ. The Noble Stadium, it is tied up at 14 with 3:58 left in the ball game. And the Chickasha Chicks have 2nd down and 20.
And Chickasha's got to be careful down on this end of the field. You get in these long yardage situations, and if you get too fancy, sometimes it'll jump up and bite you. So you got to make a good play call, but nothing too risky down here on this end.
I formation. Now they move a man out to the right side that's the tailback, Maloney. They're going to look to throw down the field, and it's almost intercepted. Number 20 wants to lay himself out. That's Justin Fields.
Good coverage there. Also, I believe I saw Justin Day come across there. There's a couple of Tigers in red cut in front of that receiver, and it's 3rd and long now.
As they continue, they'll bring 2 in out, and Paul Stevenson goes off for the Chicks. It'll be 3rd down and 20 from the 25-yard line. 3:52 left in the ball game. We're tied at 14. They break the huddle. The Tigers set up the defense. I formation. Receivers left and right. They'll move it over to the left side, make it strong. Gardi, long snap count, pitched reverse. It'll be Elam. He's going to get stacked in the backfield. They're not going to get away with it twice. That's the play that cost them in the 3rd quarter of play, but it'll be brought down at the 19-yard line.
Dante Moore. It's a Dante Moore show on offense, on defense. Heck, they might have him kicking extra points before it's all over with. The Tigers really reacted well on that one. That's the way you play that reverse.
End round reverse was read perfectly. Justin Day will stand at the 45-yard line in his own territory as the Tigers tried to block the punt. Couldn't get it done. It hits at the 50. Takes a Chickasha bounce, rolls down to the 44-yard line. That's where they'll down it, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock.
This will be possession number 6 for the Tigers in the second half. And a little bit better field position this time around, as they're going to be out at their own 44-yard line this time. Just need one drive. 3:10 remaining. Tigers have 1 timeout left. We're all tied up 14 apiece. Do or die time.
Do or die as McAdoo comes out from the sideline.
I got to think we got to wear Gresham out right here until they can shut it down.
I would have to agree with you. You know, he lit him up. He's really one of the reasons the momentum shifted with his pass earlier. Shuffle pass to Jermaine Stubblefield. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10. And he's dragged down from behind by Elam at the 9-yard line in Chickasha territory. Almost took it to the house and just couldn't quite finish it off.
Like the play call there, and a new guy in the backfield. We've not seen Stubblefield all night. He's kind of been held out to wait. He's got great quickness, the red shoes and everything. And boy, he hit the seam. Just a little pitch play, a little misdirection on that. Get the ball to him, well blocked downfield.
What a great, great play call by Coach Lloyd. And the Tiger offense there is out of nowhere. Jermaine Stubblefield, the sophomore who's thrilled the Tiger fans this year and had some great runs, puts the Tigers in good scoring position from the 9-yard line. 1st and goal. McAdoo on a keeper around the right side. 5, touchdown Tigers!
Great job. Little option read outside. Drew just taking the ball, rolling to his right side. Good blocking out wide. He just dove at that orange cone in the corner of the end zone. And how quick was that?
And David Polk, the button sideline, he fixes the pylon. That was nice of him.
It was great being down here with it coming right at you. And Drew honed in on the sideline, and I don't think there was any way they were not going to. He wasn't going to get in the end zone there. He was sniffing for it. And this is a big, big extra point for this young man from Brazil.
Guilherme Vira. Snap is in. Kick is up. And the kick is good, and that's going to make it 21-14 on a 2-play, 56-yard drive. Man, and capped with, just Jermaine Stubblefield.
You got to think they're just saving that play call for when they needed it there. And just a little misdirection pitch to Stubblefield, and man, he hit the seam flying, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Jermaine Stubblefield with a 47-yard run from the 44 to set up the touchdown by Drew McAdoo on a 9-yard carry. And that's going to make it 21-14. We're back in 30 after this on 95.7 KKHA. Johnson, David Polk, as the Tigers lead it 21-14 with 2:33 left in the ball game. And Guilherme Vieira to do the kicking. Back deep, it'll be Elam and Stevenson for the Chicks. That's Kai Kirby. A high end-over-end kick. 18-yard line and rolls out of bounds. So a flag on the play.
Just took a little bad angle there, so we're going to take it up to the 35.
And that's where the Chicks will take over 1st and 10 for what hopefully should be their last possession of the night.
Wow, what a quick drive for the Tigers. We talked about what they had to do, and they didn't take them long to get it done. 2 plays thanks to Mr. Stubblefield. The great play call. The Tiger coaching staff pulled one out of the bag of tricks. It wasn't really that much of a trick play, just well executed misdirection, and Stubblefield has been an exciting runner all year. I kind of wondered, we haven't seen him all night. All of a sudden they put him in that situation.
A shuffle pass screen basically was what it was, and then Stubblefield, once he caught the ball, he was through the line of scrimmage, hit that hole so quickly, he was gone. And
well, I thought he was gone. Free safety made a nice play to bring him down, but then McAdoo's able to score on the first play after that.
47-yard run from scrimmage. Now let's talk about the defenses. They played very well all night long. And now the Chickasha Chicks will have one lone back in the backfield. That's Maloney. 3 receivers out to the left, to the right side. They'll put 8 men up in the box. Gardi back to pass. Under pressure, gets hit as he throws, but he hits Elam in stride at the 40-yard line. Ellis Knight. I'm sorry, that's Kai Kirby, the reception. Jersey's a lot like the Tigers' jersey. It's hard to read.
And they have just missed on that play several times. That time it connected as Kirby just running that post pattern there, just got enough separation to lay out and catch that ball, and Ellis Knight had to make a saving tackle.
The ball on the 37-yard line in Ardmore territory. So now the Tigers already going to have to buckle down and tighten up. Gardi on a pitch out to Maloney. At the 35 to the 30, down to the 27, 25, down to the 22-yard line. And now we saw Maloney, after he got into the open field, he's tough to bring down.
Chickasha has 2 timeouts remaining, 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. There'll be a stoppage here as they move the chains, but they've got plenty of time and 2 timeouts. And they have not given up the ghost just yet as they're moving it sharply down the field, just like the Tigers did.
Yes, they have. Tiger defense back on their heels a little bit there. It's 1st and 10 from the 22. Gardi under center, I formation. Back to pass, throws the fade to the right side. Gordon with the coverage, gets a hand on the ball, and a nice recovery as he really would have had interference had he not touched the ball.
Yeah, but he turned around to find the football and reached out his left hand and slapped it away.
You could have really had offensive pass interference on that one. He was sure kind of giving him a little shove as he was turning around to see the ball there for Chickasha.
1:44 on the clock.
Robert Gordon is just a junior. You got to think he's a guy that some college is going to be looking at next year. He's got a lot of those assets that they like back there, a lot of that natural instinct back in the defensive backfield.
Gardi under center. Takes the snap, hands out to Maloney, up the middle, down to the 15. Be shy of the 1st down, and it's going to be 3rd down and a short 2, I think. After a nice run there, a gain of 7.
Terry, 1:33 and counting, 1:30 now. Still 2 timeouts for Chickasha, so that the time is not an issue. Tigers have got to make a big play on defense. Need a sack, a turnover, something good to happen.
3rd down and 2. They need to hold right here. Now we got a flag on the play.
Hey, that's a little something, but we'll take it.
They didn't get. Had something happen there.
I think they had 12 men possibly in the.
Against Chickasha. 12 men in the huddle as they broke the huddle.
I think that's
David
what it
Pope?
was. Yep.
All right, the Button Sideline Auto Starter and Alternator Repair. Stop by Buttons and get your batteries checked out for the winter. at no charge at button starter and alternator repair, 28 North Commerce in Ardmore.
Still 3rd and 7's a lot better deal than 3rd and 2 when you're playing defense. Of course, they're going to go for it on 4th down anyway.
Coach, the head coach, Shannon Watford of the Chickasha Chicks over there talking to the white hat, doesn't like the call, wants to know what the heck's going on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm down here watching the official talk to the coach.
We've lost David Polk because he's
back there. You got me now?
got you now, but not sure what happened. He wasn't happy with the call, but that's all right.
Just don't get David with the microphone too close to the coach on that one.
No, I've moved away from them for the moment.
Gardi comes under center, lone back in the backfield. That's Maloney. They'll send 2 receivers over here to the near side. Now we have a timeout, and it's going to be on the Tigers. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA.
It's off. There's
Billy Wallace, David Pope, 3rd down and 7. Gardi under center, hands off to Maloney. Stuffed in the backfield. No gain by DeJuan Miles. With a nice tackle there, it'll be 4th down and 6.
And boy, here you go right here.
Look at Maloney. He's
a little dinged up after that. That was a solid shot right in the kneecaps for DeJuan Miles. Chickasha is going to call a timeout.
Got a little hitch in his giddy up there.
So 4th down and 7 is what the scoreboard's going to call it. It looks more like 6 to me, but
21-14 with 43 seconds on the clock. We'll keep it right here. It just, you know, the defense has played extraordinarily well tonight. Just a couple of missteps there. But overall, I think they played very well. It shut down Maloney pretty much most of the time.
They have. They've done a great job all night long. Took away a couple of plays. Here, though, 4th and 6. Tigers need one more big play from their defense, and they'll have this one in good shape now. 43 seconds left. One timeout now remaining for Chickasha.
We don't have the score, but we do know that the Sulphur Bulldogs have defeated the Davis Wolves this evening in their matchup up in Davis, which leads them en route, but a great ball game up there, I'm sure. We've got a great one here.
Yes, we do.
Tigers tied at 14. They've been up 7, down 7, tied at 14, and now they're ahead 7 again. It's 21-14. High formation. 4th down and 6 from the 17-yard line. Chickasha's last shot. There's the snap. Gardi back to pass. He throws deep down the right side. And it's knocked away by Justin Day. Incomplete. Tigers hold. It'll be their ball.
And there's your one big play for the defense. Justin Day laid out, just slapped the ball away. Double coverage over there. Kind of a late flurry there for Justin Day to get over in that area. But what a play for that young senior on senior night to jump out there and knock that football down.
That play right there could have solidified home field, a home playoff game for the Tigers should they defeat Capitol Hill next week, and then the Altus Bulldogs at the end of the season.
Well, they'll certainly control their own destiny. As you said, 2 games remaining. Certainly next week a game the Tigers will be heavily favored to win. Gets a little tougher the next week as they travel to Altus. And Terry Chickasha can stop the game one more time. They have one timeout remaining, 37 seconds remaining.
And I'm sure you'll see Drew McAdoo just take a knee here as they come in close. And that's exactly what he does. And the Chicks will not. Oh, yes, they will.
Oh, yeah, they'll call it.
They'll call the timeout.
You got to hope for any kind of miracle you can, and stranger things have happened.
Fumble here, fumble there. You're absolutely right. We've seen a lot over the years.
You just can't talk enough about what Justin Day did on that play. The ball was a little under and behind, and Drew McAdoo had him well covered. The only way the ball would have come in was for it to come in from the backside, and Justin got over there and covered, and it was sure pretty down here.
You're absolutely right. David Polk with the Buttons sideline report, and we appreciate that. We're going to have Coach Mike Lloyd after the ball game and we'll get his interview and his thoughts on the game. Want to remind everybody this is Thursday night, but we will have the Saturday morning Mike Kellogg Chevrolet Coaches Show live at the Prairie Kitchen on Saturday. That'll be at 8:30 on 95.7. I'll have all the area coaches from around, and it should be a good game, good show as everybody's playing Thursday night. A lot of the coaches sometimes not able to make the show because they're traveling or they just get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. But hopefully we'll have a good show Saturday for you. And we'll talk about tonight's matchups as well as next week, which again another crucial week in high school football here in the state of Oklahoma. Drew McAdoo will take a knee again with 32 seconds. This will be the last time the Chicks can't stop the clock anymore, which will even up the two teams' records as the Tigers should get away with the victory here. They'll take the knee, and now we have a flag on the play. So that'll stop the clock again. Well, I guess there is more than one way to skin a cat. David Polk, what's that flag for?
I'm really not sure.
Motion on the defense.
How can you have motion?
I'm not answering that question.
On the defense. Now, I've been to a lot of football games, but I've never seen that before.
Neither have I.
Oh, I think probably what they're doing is they're saying they tried to draw them off. They tried to do the snap count.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here wondering.
Okay, I can go with that.
Illegal procedure.
Yeah.
Second down and 5. McAdoo letting the play clock run. Running the clock down. This will be the last snap. Should be. As he takes the play clock down, about a 2-second differential. He'll take a knee, and that's going to do it. The Tigers win it. And a great ball game here from Noble Stadium. 21-14, the final score. The Ardmore Tigers victorious. We'll come back and wrap things up for you after this. It's 95.7 KKJ. Stadium, and let's send it down to the Button sideline with David Polk and head coach Mike Lloyd. Well,
Okay, yeah, we're down here now. Coach Mike Lloyd, things going on good on the field now Coach, and we're back coaching. Great 21-14 game tonight against Chickasha, and some ups and downs, but again, we talked hard all year long about our kids, and they showed it again tonight.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the ups and downs. The up is these kids found a way to win. Things didn't go well. They kept fighting and scratching like we have all year. Anytime you can beat Chickasha, proud of the effort on both sides of the ball. I thought our kids played outstanding. I thought they played with a lot of pride.
A lot of stuff going on. They come out there in the second half, and they get that reverse and take momentum away a little bit, and it was great fun to see it come back, especially with Jermaine Stubblefield there in the fourth quarter. What a great play, Coach, and a great run there up the middle.
Well, we caught them doing some things. They were stunning off the edge. We thought the shuttle pass. We've been working on it all week. Saved it for the right moment. Drew did a good read, and the lineman blocked well. Jermaine made a good run. But I'm just proud of our kids on both sides of the ball. I really don't think they'd have scored if they hadn't had the big punt return and then the reverse. But, give our kids credit. 14-7 going to fourth. Found a way to win. That's what we've done all year.
One of the things we talked about this evening, and of course, when Ryan Keaton kind of tightened up there in his hamstring, you got a kid that's come up from Brazil, an exchange student that shows up and coach as big a 2 kicks as he'll ever have in his life in a varsity football game.
2 big kicks. Also also did an excellent job on kickoffs. You know, starting the second half and kicked one in the end zone, about 5 yards out of the end zone. And, you know, we tried to explain to him on the extra point, you need to kick it over the bar, not under the bar. They did a good job. I'm proud of him, but I'm proud of all of them.
That's a soccer thing. Thanks, Coach. I'm going to talk to Justin here just a little bit. Guys, I'm down here again with Justin Day Sr., and we talked about this just a little bit. You know, Justin, great play there at the end of the game, stretching out, blocking the pass. Had to be great fun on senior night.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome, man. Just, you know, I mean, I just remember hearing about 5 or 6 years ago when I was up in the stands myself, wishing and waiting until I was an Ardmore Tiger down here, and then here it is. It's just in a blink of an eye. And just the play itself was awesome, just to top it all off and possibly host another first-round playoff here at home.
Oh, sure. It was a lot of fun seeing that all night long, the hits that were taking place, and what I saw from the seniors. A lot of leadership was taking place in there tonight. You guys could have backed off a little bit, but it didn't happen, and that was great fun to watch.
No, sir. We don't. That's not our type of football. We don't let down. We came out, they built a little momentum on a reverse and scored, or ended up scoring on a big reverse play there to start the second half. But just like we always do, we keep our heads up, and we come out, and we fight back, and like you saw, we won the ball game.
It was great fun, Justin. Thanks for visiting with me just a little bit. There we are, guys. Down here in the field, the guys are all just really excited. As we talked at the beginning of the game, Chick was 21-14, or we beat them 21-14, and we're still behind in the last 10 years, but this one's sweet.
There you have it. Thanks to David Polk and the Button Starter and Alternator Sideline Report. We'll take a timeout, come back, and break down the final game statistics for you right after this on 95.7 KKJ.